Morning. How are we all doing? How are we all doing, ladies and gentlemen? Let's go. Good morning.
Zeus on the thunder throws, so shock and groan. Disobedience turned our hearts to stone.
Good morning.
The truth, lost in the zone. Navigating ranks in Hades' bone home.
Hades.
Crackheads, no shelter in the night.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
That eternal fight. Denials echo through tolerant flight. Only face facts could have saved
Welcome to the show.
lightning crack, no way back. Lost souls on brimstone track. Ignorance, gotta pay the toll.
Hey.
Choose truth or face the dole. Charon's boats too full to float.
Good morning.
Those of the foolish on the underworld.
Happy Wednesday.
Olympian decree now they tote. Eternal chains, no antidote.
Woo.
Gods convene, truth unseen. Demigods whisper, lost souls scream. Follow the path or drown in the stream.
Yeah.
Cruel dream.
Hey, stop it.
Go loud, lost in sulfur dust.
You know, I didn't come here to play around with you this morning. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. You know, yes, ladies and gentlemen, let's go. Good morning. How are we doing? Happy Wednesday. We're back in the Thunderdome. All right. All right, let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Yep. You know what we got to do? We got to tell the truth out here. I know there's a bunch of people who hate it, but we got to do it.
Unseen, no way back.
It's over, MAGA. It really is.
Or face the dole. Charon's boats too full to float.
Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. You know what we came to do. All right, let's get this show started. All right, you know, it wouldn't be a good show unless we did what we normally do. All right, let's go, ladies and gentlemen. All right. I would just, you know, it should be a nice, calm, and relaxing day. All right. Good morning, Brown Sugar. Nice to see ya.
Don't be wrapped up in your feelings and be careful when you flash it.
Yeah.
Game, man, you better know your options.
Don't try to photocopy where you out here being saucy.
Keep too spicy, I ain't even had my coffee. Don't be wrapped up in your feelings and be careful when you flash it.
Daryl, knock it off, Daryl. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready.
Copy when you out here being saucy.
B. Harris, sir. I see ya.
I'm a early in the morning, time to get it in.
Time to show and prove, show you what I've been doing. Let's go, Queen Flea.
I'm coming with a passion. I'm trying to get to know you while you thinking that I'm asking. I like to get it popping, cause my sound is supersonic. I done came so far.
That's right. All right.
About my sleep, do some water on my face. Yeah,
Cold
just
as
another
the
in Golden
day.
State.
Ain't no tossing and turning or time for the sun. I know the best way to make it is to cut the drama. You got to get rid of the drama in your life, ladies and gentlemen. Seriously, don't be out here on TikTok letting these folks get to you, all right? Because they'll get to you if you let them. All right, that's some advice from Zeus this morning. All right. All right, let's go ahead and get rid of the music. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. Once again, we are in the Thunderdome. I am your host. I am your pilot, and you know exactly why we are here. But before we get started, let's take care of some housekeeping items. For those of you who do not know who I am, I go by the name Zeus, or some like to say Triple H. And why do they call me Triple H? Well, it's quite simple. The first H is because I'm honest. The second H is because I'm humble. And the last and the final H, ladies and gentlemen, is because I am and will always remain the most handsome. Right? Many of you are familiar with what we do over here on this side of town, on this side of TikTok. What we do is very, very special. We hold our friends on the right, especially their orange, deranged cult leader, Donald J. Trump, accountable for their dirty, disgusting, filthy deeds, as well as their crimes. All right? Any Trump supporters out there this morning? If you're a Trump supporter, please let me see if you're out there. I know I got my fellow Democrats out there. Hello, my fellow Democrats. Any Trump supporters? Because I think it's getting to the point where they understand that the end is near, all right? You've all been living in a nasty situation, all right? And there's a lot of things happening that are humbling MAGA right now. So if you're a Trump supporter, I just want to get this out in the open. We don't allow you to be victims over here. All right. What do you mean? Can I read? I can read. Yeah. We don't allow you to be victims around here. We don't allow you to talk about Joe Biden around here. We don't allow you to talk about our Vice President Kamala Harris around here. And we're not falling for any of this so-called divide and conquer stuff they got going on out here, where they're just trying to pick apart everything Kamala Harris does. Kamala Harris, listen to me, she could go out in an interview and say whatever she wants, and no matter what she says, she still will get my vote, right? There's nothing she can say that's going to be as ridiculous as the things that Donald Trump says and continues to do. All right. Oh, wait, Patrick, you think Zeus is lost? Hold on, Patrick. I just want you to let me help you understand something, Patrick. Come on up here. We don't got to play this back and forth in the chat. All right, Patrick. If I'm hurting your feelings, then you know what? I didn't give you a heads up, Patrick. That's what it is. I didn't give you a heads up. All right. Anybody that's feeling a little salty like Patrick is this morning, you might want to leave this live because it's going to get very, very uncomfortable. All right. But Patrick, I know you don't listen to me. You don't got to listen to me, but you should listen to your leader.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time,
Patrick,
very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now.
Bye, Patrick.
Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
Exactly. All you all do is sit around here and complain about how terrible the United States of America is. Does anyone out here believe Donald Trump when he says all this bad stuff about the United States? Anyone out there really believe Donald Trump, we're not doing enough to respond to the hurricane. We're not doing enough to help with immigration. Any of y'all still subscribe to that nonsense out there? Because what I can do, honestly, is I can get you out of the cult this morning. All right. Any of you Trump supporters would love to get out of the cult this morning? Let me hear from you. Let me see. Because, there's one thing I just can't get past. I just don't understand Donald Trump's obsession with Vladimir Putin. Bob Woodward came out with another book coming out. All right. And I'm not letting this go. He has an obsession with Vladimir Putin. He has an obsession with Vladimir Putin. Any Trump supporters out there think it's acceptable for a president of the United States or a former president to continue to have some sort of... I think he talks to Putin more than he talks to Melania. So let's go through some of the things Donald Trump has said about Vladimir Putin this morning.
Are you an admirer of the Russian?
I think he's done a great job of outsmarting our country.
Putin even sent me a present. Beautiful present with a beautiful note.
We just left Moscow. He could not have been nicer. He was so nice and so everything, but you have to give him credit.
Russia is they're really hot stuff.
I think I'd get along very well with Vladimir Putin.
He's running this country, and at least he's a leader, unlike what we have in this country.
Yeah, but again, he kills journalists that don't agree with him.
Well, I think our country does plenty of killing also, Joe,
And he called me a genius. He said Donald Trump is a genius, and he's going to be the leader of the party, and he's going to be the leader of the world or something. He said some good stuff about me. Russia, if you're listening, I hope you're able to find the 30,000 emails that are missing. I think you will probably be rewarded mightily. People came to me, Dan Coates came to me, some others, they said they think it's Russia. I have President Putin. He just said it's not Russia. I will say this, I don't see any reason why it would be. So Putin is now saying it's independent, a large section of Ukraine. I said, how smart is that? And he's going to go in and be a peacekeeper. You got to say that's pretty savvy. It's not that Putin is smart, which of course he's smart, but the
Real problem is that our leaders are dumb. Vladimir Putin. Has anybody ever heard of Vladimir Putin? Russia says that Biden's, and this is a quote, politically motivated persecution of his political rival is very good for Russia because it shows the rottenness of the American political system. One of the presidents of a big country stood up and said, well, sir, if we don't pay and we're attacked by Russia, will you protect us? I said, you didn't pay? You're delinquent? He said, yes, let's say that happened. No, I would not protect you. In fact, I would encourage them to do whatever the hell they want. You got to pay. You got to pay your bills.
Oh, wow.
I mean,
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. This is why we say Donald Trump is a seditionist, treasonous traitor. Please save you, Will. Will, I tried to send you send a guest request. For some reason, I can't send you an invite, Will. I'll save you. You asked nicely, Will. Come on back up here, Will. I'll save you. All right. But the connection isn't bad. It connected. Will, good morning.
There we go. Haha.
You're a black Trump supporter.
Oh yeah, man. I need you to save me.
Okay. What part of the country are you in?
I'm in Florida.
Uh-oh. Shout out to Florida. It's dangerous out there. Are you impacted by the hurricane in any
We're in
capacity?
Miami. We're all right.
Okay. All right. So let's get into this. Who did you vote for in 2016?
Donald Trump.
2020?
Donald Trump.
And 2024, I would imagine you're on your way to voting for him. All right.
Donald Trump.
Why? What attracts you to him?
Well, I'm gonna tell you, years ago, I learned that the Democratic Party, and you ain't gonna like this. I know you're gonna kick me off here, but they are anti-faith, anti-black, and all the antis that you can actually attach to the party. And that led me to see that, hey, look, I need a more conservative approach to life. And my life changed, over the years. And let me tell
Got
you,
it.
look, the Democrats not doing anything for us. They have you all on here like rooting for them. And this is what they like. This is what they want to continue to deceive the black population as if people love us and care about us and all this bull crap.
Brother.
You don't care. You don't look. All you do is bash Trump all day. And then when somebody tell you a fact, you don't want to hear it.
Let's go down. Let's go.
Let's go.
Are you anti-racist, or are you okay with racism? Yes or no?
So are
No,
you
come
okay
on.
with black on black crime?
No.
Okay then.
Now,
Well,
you
no,
wait,
I am
wait.
not for racist.
Okay,
I
so you
don't-
see, I love how we can just volley back and forth. You ask me a question, and you see I'm straight up about it, right?
And I just told you.
All right, so you do have a problem with racism.
No, I don't think racism is a fact. How many people you walk in the street? How many people?
Wait,
say,
wait,
"Hey,
wait,
look, you a
wait.
black dude."
Wait a
That's
s-
not the racism not affecting nothing right now. That's something you just choose to indulge in.
But you see, if you ask me a question, Will, and you beg me, Zeus, help me get out of this cult. I'm trying to. We can't
Please.
take a conversation that should take maybe 5 or 10 minutes and stretch it out into a 2-hour conversation, because you are just simply refusing to come into the light. I didn't ask you about politics. I'm asking you a personal question. Do you have a problem with racism? Like, for instance, let me give you an example. Would you be okay with a white person referring to you using the slur, the N-word? Would that bother you in any way?
Well, I seen no one else use it more than Democrats, but no,
Jesus
don't bother me.
Christ.
It doesn't bother me. You know why? Because look, I'm strong enough to resist.
I don't need you to go into explanation, because here's the difference
No, it
between
doesn't
you and
bother
I.
me.
Okay, it would bother me, right? It's not what people call you, it's what you answer to. I understand that, but I'm not all into this. You can just openly disrespect me, and I'm gonna, figure out a way to not let it bother me. No, it's gonna bother me, because see, if I let Will get away with doing it, I'm pretty much giving everybody else a pass, and that's not what we doing over here. I also think it would be very disrespectful if you know about our history and the legacy of slavery. You know that it was that stuff that got folks like you and I unalived on trees. So it really does. It blows my mind that I see day in and day out brothers and sisters getting on TikTok and openly saying, yeah, go ahead and disrespect me. that transcends politics, in my opinion. Now we got a personal issue.
Well, don't.
Why do you think it's acceptable for a person to disrespect you like that?
Well,
Will?
look, because people going to disrespect you whether you like it or not. If you allow somebody to play into your emotions to get you to respond a certain way, then that's on you. I'm not. Look, what I'm going to do, risk my life, my family, just because somebody called me out my name or something like that. I'm gonna go hurt that
You a
person.
man. You're an adult.
Okay,
You
well,
have a
look.
family, right? You have a family?
Yeah, but look.
Okay, if somebody is a threat to your family, as a man, I would imagine you're gonna, risk
you're
your
gonna
life.
get dropped or get the
Wait,
S
wait.
word.
So
Yes.
you're gonna risk your life.
But not for a name. Somebody calling me out my name. It's just look, those type of people don't exist around me. Period. First of all, nobody called me the N word. Period. Now you may have
Wait
opened
a
up
second.
yourself.
Oh, I can't confirm or deny that. So I'm not even gonna let that even
Well,
be
I can
something
confirm it.
I believe. I'm not embracing that. You're living in the United States of America, champ. The chances of you running around in this country and hearing a term like that are pretty high as a person of color. I don't know what part of the country you said Florida? Oh yes, sir. Stop it. Stop it. Don't
Come
don't
on,
pee on
man.
my leg and tell me it's raining outside.
Okay.
Just stop it.
You are race baiting right now. Let me
No,
tell you
no,
what.
I'm being straight up with you. You're
Can you
getting
let
on
me
TikTok.
respond?
Listen, you're getting on TikTok and you're saying, "Hey, white folks, go ahead and call me whatever you want to call me." I
No, that's
mean,
what you're saying.
if that's what you want to do, hey,
No,
it's your right.
that's what you're saying.
No,
What I'm
no,
saying is,
you're saying it's
statistically,
acceptable.
nobody goes around calling me the N word. Period. And nobody's doing it to you except on TikTok because you open it up. You got a platform.
Wrong,
You
wrong,
opening up
wrong,
yourself
wrong,
up to
wrong,
that.
wrong,
So
wrong,
it comes with the territory.
wrong,
But
wrong, wrong.
look. See, you don't even
We,
let me
you,
talk.
you listen to rap music?
That's what I was gonna say. Most
Do
of them
you?
support Democrats.
No, no, no. Do you listen to rap music?
Yeah, and most of them support
Okay,
Democrats.
so then I already know you've heard it before. All right, so let's just stop with that.
Okay, so they said,
Stop it.
literally, will you tell them to
Will,
stop?
stop it.
See, you don't
You,
like the truth.
no, it's not the truth. You're saying we just have a completely different way of looking at life. You're okay with people being racist towards you. I'm not. I think, I think black people should have the right to vote. I think black people shouldn't be slaves. Unlike you, that's your thing. So we just got a difference of ideology. And if somebody is being racist around me, yeah, I will speak up and say something. I didn't
So
say I got to throw my life away,
did you
but
vote?
yeah,
Did you vote for
I'm
Joe
gonna
Biden?
definitely, huh?
Did you vote for Joe Biden?
You're darn right I did.
Okay, well, you don't believe that what he said, that if you don't vote for me for president, you ain't black?
That ain't what he said. That ain't what he said.
Okay, well, what he would try to say
He
what
said
he
if you have a problem figuring out whether or not to vote for him or Donald Trump, then you ain't black.
said.
And I
you
stand
agree
on
with
that.
and that's not racist.
No, no,
So a white
no,
man
no, no,
can tell you whether you black or not.
no, no, no. You know why I say that?
Oh,
You want me to explain why?
yeah, go ahead. Do your best.
Okay, yeah. So you're familiar with the Civil War, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, and you understand there was the Union and there was the Confederate. Which side would you have been? Which side would you have been fighting on?
Well, look, I definitely would have been a Republican back in those days.
I didn't ask you
Yeah,
that.
because you're going by the ideology. I don't do ideology. I do facts.
Well, you know there was a party switch, so that's why I listened to
Well,
this.
what they switch? 'Cause Robert Byrd didn't switch.
Sir,
Nancy
sir,
Pelosi didn't switch.
sir, he's a Republican and he's voting with the white supremacists right now. So just understand. Yeah, you might not do ideology, but you can sure wake up on the wrong side because your mind ain't working
You
correctly.
can't track ideology.
So let me ask you again, sir. If we were in the Civil War, which side would you have been on, the Union or the Confederate? It's a simple question, huh?
I would have been on the Union side.
Okay. So then that mean, and why would you have been on the Union side? That's
It's
interesting.
because that they were fighting for the freedom, and black folks was fighting along with them for their freedom.
Black folks were also fighting in the Confederate as well.
Well, I'm like I
What
say,
would
I
you?
would be on the Union side.
Okay, so when you have black folks fighting for the Confederate, what do you think of those folks?
Well, black folks own slaves too.
Yeah, but I didn't ask you that.
Well, I'm telling you that.
I'm asking you. You
I'm
see
talking
black folks.
facts.
You're talking about black folks fighting for the Confederate. That means the ideology of slavery. They're supporting it.
Well, prove that, because you're the first person I ever heard say that in all
Well,
my years.
I can't do all your research for you,
Well,
but
I
they were
know
bamboozled into
the burden
believing
of
that they
proof
would
is on you.
listen. They were actually bamboozled into
Show me.
believing that they would obtain their freedom if they fought alongside the Confederate.
Show me.
You can see that. You can see how they could actually come to that conclusion. So when Joe Biden gets on the Breakfast Club and he wakes your game up by telling you if you have a problem, what he's saying to you, Will, is listen, you know this guy, Donald Trump, is in bed with the white supremacists.
Where?
And
Show
if
me.
you will go ahead and say, hey, I'm going to go ahead and vote along with the white supremacists, then yeah, we might have to question
Okay,
your
so
blackness up in here. And that's what you need to
can
do when
question
you're running a
anything you
great
want.
campaign.
I know who I am. I don't care what you question. I know
But
who I am as a person, and I know what I can do and what I can't do. I know my limitations. So you can say anything you want about me. That's what I'm saying. You're not no different than a white person calling the man the N-word.
I
Because
am
then
different.
you trying to characterize me, and you don't even know me. So you doing just as worse, just like black on black crime, 91%. You say nothing about that, but you'll go talk about this 0.0012 racism, and you guess what? Racism is not
Will,
illegal.
Will,
You're probably a racist, right?
Will, you
It's
said,
not. Look,
Will,
as long
Will,
as you don't harm anybody, and long
Will,
as you don't. Go
Will,
ahead. Go ahead.
I understand it's shocking to you.
No, it's not shocking to me,
It,
but
it,
I deal with this every day.
it's shocking to you that you're speaking to someone like myself who knows what you know, but is a Democrat, and you can't wrap your mind around. Wait a minute.
Democrat is
Now,
the
wait a
author
minute.
of slavery.
Wait a second.
And
Wait
you
a
still
second.
support a Democrat.
Why,
Democrats is the author of slavery and the KKK, and you carry
sir?
that brand
Will.
and you wear it on your shoulders like it's the most beautifulest thing in the world.
No, no, no. I believe that there's a lot of work the Democrats need to do. Let's not
Well,
get it
talk about
twisted.
that.
Let's not get it twisted. I'll talk about it after the election. But right about now, the biggest threat that I see happening is we have a situation right now, Will, where we have a president that's clearly racist
Okay, show me.
and a traitor.
Okay, show me.
No.
No, you said he's a racist.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about the housing situation back in
Will,
1975. That's the only
Will,
thing you could deem as racist.
Will.
Jesse Jackson.
Do you remember? Do
Jesse
you
gave
remember?
him an award?
Do you remember on the debate stage him and Joe Biden when he told the Proud Boys to stand back and stand by?
No, I didn't. I don't have no reference to that. And
Do
I
you
don't
know
talk
about the Central
things that I
Park
don't-
Five? Do you know about him
Yes,
making
I
his
remember
black
Central
employee?
Park
Do
Five.
you know about him making his black employees get in the back whenever him and his rich billionaire friends came through at his casino? You don't remember any of this?
Well, show me. I don't know. I don't remember that.
Okay,
But I do
okay.
remember the part.
No,
The
no.
part. Just because there were black boys and he was wrong and his judgment was wrong doesn't mean he's a racist.
What is a racist to you then?
You know what a racist is? A person.
I don't know what Will
opposite.
thinks a racist
A
is.
person that believes that their color, the color of their skin, is more superior.
Ain't Trump talking about the genes and stuff right now of these migrants and stuff like that? I mean, he's already speaking at that level.
Yeah. What? So okay. So
So
if he's
it's okay.
racist-
Well, Will. The problem here is everybody thinks it's acceptable until it happens to them, and this is why. And this is kind of where I'm getting at with you. You can't point to one person Donald Trump has shown respect to other than Vladimir Putin of color. Point to
listen.
one person of color that he actually. You have folks like Omarosa who've worked with him coming out saying, "Run for the hills."
Well, fine. Some
So isn't it? You have Mike Pence. You have You have his Will. You have his own vice president. Run for the hills. How is it, Will, that all these people who've actually talked to him, Michael Cohen, they've came out and validated what I'm saying?
You know why? Because
And-
he
and-
wasn't scared to fire them for doing a bad job. Now it's got something to coordinate with color on your end. Oh, because they black.
It could be a number of things.
I fire people all the time. If they don't do a good job, then they're gonna be disgruntled and they're gonna hate you and
Yeah.
not like you.
Yeah. But where'd you go, Will? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Okay, so you think it's acceptable?
I was getting a phone call.
Oh yeah. I'm glad that you're finishing up this conversation. And so here's the deal, Will. I talk to brothers like yourself, even sisters like you. I mean, I got people in my family that think like you.
Like me.
Yeah. Yeah,
whoa.
totally.
That judgment, you like I said, you doing worse than a racist could ever
No.
do. If you sit
No,
here
no,
and
no, 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 no,
trying to
Will.
belittle me because you can't take advantage of my
Will.
mentality, that you worse than the
Will.
racist. You know what? Because no, look,
I wouldn't. I have
you're
no.
spreading hate.
Will.
You're spreading hate.
Will.
Look how you
What
getting
what
hate.
have I what hateful
Look,
thing have I said?
because you're thinking that you know me.
I
You
do.
don't know me.
I
You
do.
said people like you.
Yes.
That's just as worse as somebody calling me the N-word.
No.
You're trying to put me in
Even
this little
hey,
box
Will. Even if
because you can't
Will,
control my
calm down.
emotions.
Will. According to you, even if I were to drop the N word on you, you
It
wouldn't
wouldn't
trip.
faze me.
So I haven't even dropped the N word on you, and you acting like I've done it and worse. You
No,
see how
I
you
just
see
said
it's the
you are
backward
worse.
and this is why I say I talk to a lot of people like you. It's the backwards logic. It's the fake outrage. You would rather come up here on TikTok and turn up on me,
No,
right?
hey, look, I
Slow
love you.
slow down. You would rather come up
Zeus, I
here.
love you. I ain't gonna lie. I like
I,
you. You got a beautiful personality.
I get it. I get it. But
And
let
I
me
just think
finish
I
my
just
statement.
yeah, look,
You would rather, and folks like you would rather come up here and really, I would say this is a real authentic conversation. You're letting me know exactly how you feel. But I know for sure you wouldn't go say that to Donald Trump or any of his
yes, I will.
supporters. Or any
Yes,
of
I
his
will.
supporters.
I do it. Put them on right now.
Let me
I
ask
do
you
it
a
right
question.
now.
You know what? You're actually somebody that I wanted to. This is a photo. Let me see if I can find it. I've been waiting to talk to a person like you.
Yeah, let's
Uh,
go.
okay, hold
Well,
on,
hey,
hold on,
let
hold
me
on.
say something while you're doing that.
Go ahead.
Hey, let me tell you to be honest with you, right, Zeus? I
What do
think
you
look,
What do you think of this picture right here?
I don't know anything about that picture. Never
What is
seen
that?
it.
What do you see right there?
Well, it looked like a Photoshop to me.
No. This is real.
Okay, so
That brother getting stomped out, ain't he, at the Trump rally? Ain't that something? Will,
sorry, I'm getting all these.
don't let the
But
devil steal from. Because
look,
I've been honestly, Will, I want to know what you
look,
think of this. This brother probably went there just like you. Like, hey, we're all Trump supporters. We love Donald Trump and his dirty diaper. But then something happened, and then you get that. And I said, this right here,
well,
this is
I do things in context, sir.
what do you
I'm
think
not
of that
familiar
photo
with that
though?
picture.
But give me your just put it
Look,
in words. What you think of that?
well, the photo is look like somebody photoshopped it
No,
or
it's
somebody
real,
pushing a
Will.
couple of boys down.
Will.
I don't know.
It's a video. You can go look it up. I don't want to do it because we don't got much time. But listen. This is a real
But
picture.
let's get to some meat and potatoes instead of staging events and stuff like that. I don't comment on things that I don't know. At least I'm honest about that.
Okay, but let's
If I don't know about something, I'm
indulge
not going to comment on it.
indulge the audience for a quick second because I
Okay,
know your
look.
mind can. Let's just for a second assume it's true. I have no reason to get up here in front of 1,400 people and lie and risk my credibility, Will. So let's just do the numbers in terms of that. You don't. Why would I crash the whole
You be
platform?
honest with me.
Why would I
Look,
crash the whole platform on you, Will, making up
listen,
something? That don't make any sense. I could make up something better than
look,
this.
Zeus, before we leave, I like to have the highest respect for you.
But you ain't
Right?
going to answer the question. Then we can get
No,
into the
because I
highest.
told you already, I don't know jack about that picture, and I don't give a damn. But
Oh.
let me tell you. Let me
Well,
ask
then
you a
there
quick
you
question
go.
about what
That's
Kamala said about Joe.
Will, I can't do it with you, bro. I can't because you know why?
Yeah, oh, because you finna cut me off now.
No.
because you know
I'm
what
going.
getting
I'm just
ready
going.
to say.
No. I'm not going to cut you off. You've been very respectful. But
Okay, so
but I
Kamala
will
said
say
that
this.
Joe
I will
Biden,
say this though before you
Joe
go.
Biden,
I will say
Joe
this though.
Biden
Hold
was
on.
in
Hold on.
bed
Hold
with
on. Hold
two
on.
segregationists.
Hold on.
You know what I'm finna say.
Hold on.
But you still voted for him, although
That's
he
a
said he don't want, and he was against the civil rights. Actually,
what
Joe
year?
Biden was in
What?
1975.
Man, stop it.
And he, okay.
Stop it.
Look
Don't
up
talk
the
to me
speech.
about nothing over 10
Look
years
up,
old. I mean, come on, you.
it's okay, long as it was that long ago. But you bring up Trump stuff and
Yes.
his father.
Oh,
But
yeah.
this was around the same time period.
You know
But
why?
Joe get a pass because he's a Democrat.
You know why?
Okay, I forgot about that.
Let me explain to you. I don't know about you, but you know people who've been maybe incarcerated or anything like that?
I don't know that too many people.
You know
that's
of folks
incarcerated.
who've been incarcerated, maybe for things they deserve to, or maybe they haven't. But I do believe people can, pay the price, do the crime, do the time, and then they could come out and be rehabilitated. Will, right? People can be rehabilitated, right? Will?
Maybe Trump is.
Where Will?
rehabilitated.
Jeez. Come
he
on,
was
you
a
got the
Democrat during that time.
Will. I don't need you to jump ahead of me and try to get in front of whatever you think is coming. We're having an honest conversation, man to man. Can people be rehabilitated?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So, one thing is a person makes a mistake, but it's another thing for a person to continue to make mistakes. I believe that Joe Biden, he was definitely racist, but has President Biden done things to actually help me understand that he understands he was wrong? And is he doing things to work on it? And I believe, stop, Will. I wasn't done. I didn't ask you to agree with me. I'm giving you my explanation. If we were to put their behavior in terms of what it is, in terms of toxic, Joe Biden may have done things and has done things that are wrong. Has he done the work and started to actually work on trying to be a better person? I believe so. And you can see it in how he talks to people, how he treats people. All right. Things he's passing in terms of legislation, right? Like for instance, the Chips and Science Act, right? That's a great piece of legislation, I think, because it targets actually helping to get the workforce developed in those areas of manufacturing, and it's targeting, people of color in terms of helping to make sure they actually qualify for those industries. I also think student loan debt forgiveness is a big thing because it helps a lot of people of color. He openly speaks against things that are racist. He openly stands for women having their rights. I don't see Joe Biden going on social media every day. Even if he wanted to, he could tear Donald Trump a new one every day, but he still keeps it on the high road. Unlike Donald Trump, who has not demonstrated he has been rehabilitated. As a matter of fact, it's getting worse.
Because we want him to keep fighting. That's why. He has no reason to apologize. Look, they attacked him from all the fake news.
Nope.
Like right now.
Nope. I can't let you do that.
Look, Zeus, you're a good guy, but let me tell you, you spread a lot of things that's inaccurate. And look, if any black man got attacked just as much as Donald Trump, you'll be pissed off too. They call him a Russian agent. And you doing the same thing. Okay, well, prove it. He didn't. What happened? What did they do? What did that $30 million plus investigation went?
He was the sitting president. They didn't want to go ahead and prosecute the sitting president.
But
I'll tell you what.
But they prosecute him for stuff now when he was president. So
yeah, because the key word is was. But okay, but I just. Yeah, because we don't prosecute the sitting president. But let me ask you a serious question. I just played all these things Donald Trump has been saying in praise of Vladimir Putin. You've never really heard Donald Trump praising the United States, Will?
No, praising left-wing politicians.
No, the United States. He's attacking
left-wing politicians because he's not in charge.
He's attacking FEMA. That's a federal agency.
No, he attacked Joe Biden.
There's Republicans that work for FEMA. There's independents. There's Democrats. For him to attack he doesn't respect our intelligence, our allies. But for some strange reason, he has all this love for Vladimir Putin.
Y'all didn't do it when he was president. It was constant negative news. I guarantee you, when he win the election, you're gonna be on it every day. Oh, look at this. He didn't respond. What happened when the hurricane come? Oh, he didn't respond quick enough. Oh, he went on vacation.
Jesus Christ.
Amount of time. Oh, look at this. And y'all attack Ben Carson.
Will.
Left and right. No, you didn't defend Ben Carson. And
No.
this man was a brain surgeon. And all he doing is out there doing his job. But because of you look and you demean people because they don't agree with your ideology.
No,
Right.
I'm going to push back on that, Will. I think what you're doing is damaging. It's real damaging for the community, especially when we're talking about people of color. And I'll explain why. You have, like I said at the beginning, it's funny how you can come up here and express your dissatisfaction with me. And I actually believe you believe what you're saying to me 100%. And I believe this is authentic. But I know you won't keep that same energy for those Trump supporters. The ones that align with white supremacy. Absolutely not. I just showed you a photo of a white guy beating up a black guy, both Trump supporters, and you had no smoke for that.
Because I didn't know.
No, Will. It's that hypocrisy is why I say I know a lot of folks like you.
It's a hypocrisy because
You're dangerous.
I'm not familiar with a picture.
Yeah.
So you want me to comment on something that I have no knowledge about? That's
Absolutely.
stupidity. That's
You
called
have no knowledge. You have no knowledge about me.
That's called being.
You have no knowledge about
That's
me.
stupidity. So how can I go?
Yeah, I'm glad you put. I'm glad you're putting the address on what you're doing. Thank you.
No, yeah, I'm telling you.
Because
if I don't
you're
know-
putting you're putting the address on your behavior. You ain't.
I don't.
You don't have you. I just told you
I
it's
know
true.
about it.
I just told you it's true, Will.
But I don't take your word for that. Look,
That's
you
my
told me
point.
that he
That's
was a
my
Russian
point.
agent, and that's not true.
Will.
So,
Will.
you say he's a racist, and that's not true. So you want me to take your word for it? You're not.
Will.
Look, I'm my own man.
Well, let's go down why I say and why people say he's a asset for Putin. All right, were you around when he was president?
I was definitely around, and I know.
You know he had Russian people all in his orbit, correct? They met at Trump Towers at one point. His campaign manager, Paul Manafort, went to prison. A couple of other people, Papadopoulos, you know, all these other folks around him had ties to Russia. And I don't know about you, Will, but I'm not from all that politics stuff. But I know one thing, Will. Listen, I know one thing. Say you and I, we out here in these streets getting active, and all of a sudden, everybody around us is getting locked up. It wouldn't be difficult to think to yourself, well, dang, maybe I could be into something I don't know anything about. It wouldn't be too difficult to wrap your mind around that concept, correct, Will?
Look, come on.
Will, come on, man. You're over here pretending, and you're doing a bunch of bending. Will.
You don't like that you're not getting me emotionally. You don't like that you can take advantage of the look.
Will, you didn't answer any of my questions. Whatever the emotion.
I just didn't give you the answer that you wanted.
I could care less. You didn't even answer it.
Well, that's your opinion.
So everyone's going to prison, and they got ties to Russia around Trump. But you don't think Trump has any connections to Russia? Bob Woodward's new book just came out. Bob Woodward said there's been at least 7 phone calls. But you don't think he has any connections to Russia? That's crazy. That's wild, Will.
Said nice things about
Will. Okay, hey, you love attacking black, don't you, Will?
You just don't like
Will.
Will,
you ain't informed, bro.
I like you, man. Look,
No,
you can't get over on me like that.
Will. It's so funny how you attack black. Wait, Will. It's so funny how you attack black. You brought Obama up and boom, hit him with it.
But
you got examples of Obama being with Russia, and look at.
Let's be clear. Obama is half black.
Again.
Right or wrong?
Give me the scale.
He was raised by his white grandmother. Right or wrong?
Will.
Oh, see, you don't like the truth. You don't like the truth.
No, Will. I just know your mind is gone, bro.
Oh, I'm gone now.
You know why? Because half black. Well, show me full black. Show me full black. What scale are you using to measure blackness, Will?
I'm going by what he said.
I asked you for a scale.
No.
What is your tool? You know, you go into your toolbox and you get a ruler, you may get a wrench. I'm asking you, give me a tool that you use to measure a person's blackness.
Okay, I'll tell you.
You don't have it, Will. Will.
I can tell you right now.
What is it?
Answer your question.
Jesus Christ.
The tool is what comes out of that very person's mouth. Okay, that's the tool that I use. He identifies as half black. He's half black, and you know it. You know it. Now, come on. No. Will. I just gotta stop you, Will. Will. I gotta stop you. You know that was BS. Yeah, I know. I'm messing with you, but
I know. There you go. Look, ladies and gentlemen, Will up here just
listen because
let me help you understand. Okay, Will, because see, listen, I'm going to explain to you why I say you're in a cult. All this defense for Donald Trump by you is crazy to me.
It's fake.
This man got a dirty. Listen, Donald Trump got a dirty diaper, right? His wife don't even love him. You know he been impeached.
That's like me saying your
Will, Jesus Christ, Will, he's been impeached twice. You know why he was impeached?
He was impeached, but was he?
Why? Why?
Because it was a witch hunt. I know you'll like that one. It was a witch hunt, right? The articles of hey, look, the article I'm about to say, the articles of impeachment was bogus. Look, they tried everything to get this guy down. Why is he? Why is he still standing? Y'all tried.
Will, he was in. Will, let me help you. Will,
and he's still standing.
Will, stop it. Just stop it, bro. This is a lot of tap dance, and this is a lot of love for Donald Trump. And it's too early. It's Wednesday. I get it. Yeah. I get it. Donald Trump is your daddy.
No, that's what my daddy.
No, and I need you to wear that badge with honor. I am
look how you are more demeaning than the white man you oppose. You are very demeaning. You are look how you talking to another black man because you disagree with him. Like my vote's supposed to belong.
I just want you to be honest.
No, my vote. You act like y'all own my. That's slavery in itself. To try to condition a black man to make him think that his vote automatically belongs to the Democratic Party, and you should, of all people, believe in freedom. You know what you should be saying? Look, Willis, you have your own identity. You're your own person. You should vote. Have the right to vote for whoever you want to vote for. But no, what you do is antagonize people, belittle them, pressure them using the same tactics of the white liberal.
Yeah, you got that from Malcolm X. You got that from Malcolm X. Stop acting like that's original Will stuff. Come on, bro. Listen, you're not talking to somebody that's new to this.
Margaret Sanger.
No.
That's where I got it from.
Listen. Stop it. I need you to calm down, Will, and understand you're triggered because I've exposed who you are.
No, sir.
And it didn't work, Will.
You.
Will. Okay.
You're not loving. You're not caring. What you do is you like to knock people down, but you claim that there's some sort of race. This is the black on black crime that I'm talking about that you're engaged
and you're committing
91%,
it. And you're committing it, Will.
Another black man is black on black.
Will.
And that's what you're doing. You're committing a crime against me because you don't like what I represent and who I'm voting for. And you believe that I should be enslaved, that I should be enchained by the Democratic Party, who all they got 90% of our vote, and we are still the lowest of the low, under the dirt. Everyone else is exalted above us. But you still representing the party that got our educational system in the freaking hole. Go to Detroit, go to Illinois, go to any one of these Democratic controlled and look at the education system. What you talking about? You ain't saying nothing about that. Look at all the abortion clinics that surrounding our communities. The anti-family.
Will.
Gender changing,
Will.
kids and stuff like that. And
okay. No, I do not. See, again, there goes the devil. There you go, lying. And I let you just rant and get it out because I want you to understand. It's so funny how you come to me and I'm a Democrat, I'm a black man, and you will openly say all of that. But I know you won't say it to those folks that were in those red hats. Stop it, Will. Stop it. This is why I get on you and folks like you.
See, like you.
Because I know you won't tell Donald Trump that. You'll just go blindly. You'll just go blind. Listen, hold on, Will. Hold on. I gotta mute you. You will go blindly bend over for Donald Trump and give him your vote. And you won't express any of those issues to him or his party because guess what, Will? You know the moment that you open up your mouth, you're going to end up just like that brother that was laying on the ground in that photo that you refused to provide your opinion about. And you're going to sit up here. Huh?
They'll get dropped or get popped. Anybody put their hands on me is not going to end up happy, okay? That's real. I don't care if it's a Trump supporter, Harris supporter, the dude down the street who think he's big and bad. Let me tell you, I'll tell this to a Trump supporter. I'll tell this to Donald Trump. Nobody owns me. I'm my own man. I don't like some of the things he say, but I like what he do and I like his performance. Look, I don't even think Harris is half bad, to be honest with you. And look, if they wouldn't restraining her so much, she'll do a lot better as a candidate.
Will.
And she'll be a lot more passionate if these people get out of her.
Okay. So let's come back to earth. Let's come back to earth, Will. Let's come back to earth. You got two candidates on the ballot. All right. And we're looking at their records. All right. Because you just now conceded that Harris isn't that bad. And it took a minute for you to get there with me. But I'm glad I'm glad we're on the same page. She's not that bad. Donald Trump has been impeached twice. He's been convicted of felonies. Since he's left the White House, he's been indicted at least 4 times. All right. Part of it is because of what he did on January 6th. Others include what he did with those classified documents, correct?
I think you want to lead that
No,
one.
no.
But
I just
keep going. I'm gonna let you express yourself.
okay. He's been found liable for essaying women. All right. He's been found liable for committing decades of fraud, falsifying inflating and deflating the value of his properties to the tune of $500 million. How do you say that out of the two, Donald Trump has the best record?
Okay, I could tell you. Okay, let's go back. I give you 38 seconds. I promise I'll be brief. All of those, everything that you just mentioned, you know what? The American people has already seen that this man have a big red target on his back. I know you don't like this, and people know the reason why he's getting so much support in his poll numbers rose is because people know when you're talking. I know how I feel to be falsely accused legally in a situation by the police. You understand me? I know you probably don't know and hadn't been there. I know that feeling, and let me tell you. They just want to give you a talking point that's just not working. It's not working. That's number one. Number two.
Is that 38 seconds?
No, Kamala has.
That's 38 seconds.
No,
that was 38 seconds. That was 38 seconds, bro.
You just cut me off. I had 5 more seconds. Now, Kamala, you got 2 candidates, right? I think that if she wasn't so restricted, she would have been a lot stronger, right? Her policies, she changed her policy positions, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that because she listening to the American people, right? That's what a candidate's supposed to do.
She's supposed to do her job. She has a campaign to run. I get it. And in all her roles that she took, that she's been in, she's done her job. And you and I can both agree, whatever job you've had in life, there's things you do that other people just might not like. But that comes with the nature of the position. So I don't judge her on that. But I want to get back to Donald Trump's record. Okay, so you're going to write off all of the stuff that he has going on criminally, civilly, as a big scandal against him.
They're in the appellate courts, and he have
okay. So let me give you my impression of what's happening to Donald Trump. All right, because Donald Trump continues to attack people in the media, right? Because Donald Trump continues to break the laws, all right? He's now put himself in a situation where accountability is required. And it's not unique to Donald Trump. Anybody, honestly, and actually I think Donald Trump has gotten away with a lot. They're not getting him for everything. But this is indicative of what happens to anybody. Like, for instance, if you're speeding along the freeway, eventually you're going to get pulled over. Right?
Was he speeding?
I mean, I'm using that as an example, but he was breaking the law.
Okay, when he broke the law. Let's talk about the 34 count case.
Right.
Did he break the law there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what law did he break?
He falsified the business records in furtherance of another crime. Right?
Question. Okay, now how did they get? How they didn't introduce the crime until after they indicted him?
11 checks, 11 invoices, and 13 journal entries.
Okay, so. But right now, what the appellate judge just said about that the other day.
No. So wait a second. You said they didn't do the crime. They didn't bring this up until he left office.
Look. Let me tell you about business.
Wait. You're jumping all around. You understand the investigation about all of this began way before the indictment came, right? I encourage Trump supporters to go look at the timelines for this case and all of the other cases. Because what you don't understand is Donald Trump knows what his legal problems are. And he knew he was in over here, over here. So what he did was he decided to say, the only way out of all of this is if I become president of the United States. So he then goes and makes an early announcement that he's going to be running again in 2024. And then he pretends that all of this is happening to him because he's trying to be the president of the United States. And guess who believed him on that? Only his supporters.
Why
Only
did the indictments come after he announced his presidency?
Did you just hear what I said?
Yeah, it came after.
He's seen it coming. Okay, so if you see it coming, right? If you see it coming, you can go put your name in.
It's his fault. Oh,
It was already coming. He has lawyers, and they seen what was the writing on the wall, so to speak. They seen the FBI hitting them up for those classified documents. They knew where it was going, and they also knew the only way this can actually stop, the only way is if this guy runs to be the president, because that's his only chance.
Didn't Letitia James and Alvin Bragg rant on getting Trump? Did they not campaign? So he was a target. First of all,
Wait, Will. As if I have a problem with that.
Oh, okay, but if somebody did it,
Ain't he running on throwing people in jail?
So what if he say, "Hey, I'm a prosecutor"?
Will is Donald Trump? Yeah, he's running on that right now.
Well, he is fair game then.
Okay, so see, this is why I say, Will, you asked. Okay, listen, how long have we been talking, Will?
About 20 minutes.
Okay. You asked me to help you get out of the cult. This has been a 20-minute conversation. You've not changed my mind at all. Actually,
I didn't come to change your mind.
And I know that I'm not changing your mind, right? Because you're refusing to have an open mind, and everything that I show you about your daddy, you got an excuse for. But you have no problem bashing Zeus. Wait. You have no problem bashing Obama. You have no problem bashing Kamala Harris.
What time have I bashed Kamala Harris?
Yes, you have. Yes, you have.
Yeah,
you have. Yeah. You've been blasting me and talking about Democrats and all this other stuff. You said I'm harmful. Remember, you said I was harmful in my rhetoric. Will. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. And so guess what, Will? I've concluded after 20 minutes of talking to you, you got to do more research to get out of this cult. All right? You've gotten yourself into a nasty situation. And I stand on that Donald Trump is your dad. Because
see how
don't get triggered. Don't.
How the hell are you going to say who my dad is? That's like I still won't say that about you. No matter what you say about me, I would not, because I don't stoop that low. I would not say your dad. That you just on purpose.
How about we take a vote in the chat?
You on purpose trying to do everything you
can.
Put
a one in the chat if you believe. Put a one in the chat if you believe. Hold on, Will. Hold on. I gotta put you on me. Put a one on the chat if you believe Trump is Will's daddy. Because we this is a democracy in here, Will. Put a one in the chat if you look at this, Will. Stop, Will. You see that, Will? We're almost over 300, Will. You see that?
Well, I think Robert Byrd is your dad.
Notice I ain't triggered about that. Because I know it ain't true. But
I know it ain't true.
Look at that. Look at all these people, Will. Over almost 600 people in here believe Donald Trump is Will's daddy. So, Will, this is why I say, I know folks like you. This is why I say, look at that, Will. It's going up.
That's your people.
You didn't came in here. No, Will, knock it off. I showed you the photo of a black man getting beat up by a white guy, and they were both Trump supporters. You had no smoke for it. I told you Trump is your daddy, and you're triggered.
That's more fake news.
I can see right through you. I can see Will. Look at this. 700 people in here think Trump is your daddy.
Fake news. That's what you want. See, that's what it is. You falsify things and think
the truth is it in you, Will.
You probably believe what you're saying.
I know what I'm saying is true.
You don't know what you. So a DNA test going to say he's my daddy is what you saying.
Pretty much.
Yeah, fake news. See, lies. That's what y'all do. You Democrats, you lie to everybody.
If he ain't your biological daddy, he definitely is your adopted daddy. One of the two. Because all this. Look at this. 800 people in here, Will. Will, look at that. Done.
Animosity. That's all you want. hate speech, animosity.
Look at that, Will. Almost
Nothing
800 people.
But they're your people. They're your cult. Y'all are part of the same game. You know what I'm saying? Y'all bow down
Thank
to the
you,
racist
everyone.
Democrat Party.
Thank you, everyone, for
support
putting
racism.
I gotta put. So thank you, everyone, for putting the ones in the chat, because it takes a village, and Will has to walk away from this show knowing we all know the truth about Will. I'm probably one of the fairest hosts on this app. Very fair. I've given you a lot of time to self-correct, Will. And yet and still, it's just clear to me you have no problem bashing Democrats. You have no problem bashing Zeus. You have no problem bashing Kamala Harris or Obama. But you won't say a single thing about those terrorists walking around in those MAGA hats, Will. You have no smoke for Donald Trump. And it's that kind of stuff that makes a person like you dangerous and a prime candidate for hell. Because, Will, whether you want to acknowledge it or not, you're on your way to getting the ultimate MAGA reward. You know what the ultimate MAGA reward is, Will?
Victory.
No. Heck no. Jail. And if you don't get your soul right, hell with a chapter 11 in between.
Don't judge nobody. Bro.
No.
You ain't in that position, man.
I wasn't done. Look around, Will. All the people who.
God, hell no. I ain't finna let you. You can cut.
No, stay right there. I don't gotta cut you. I just need you to let me finish saying what I'm gonna. I'm about to judge. I gotta judge. I gotta judge this brother. All right. Now let me finish saying. Look around. Rudy Giuliani, Jenna Ellis, John Eastman, all of those folks, Michael Cohen, all the people who've been in his orbit. Will, look at what's happened to them. You can't sit here and pretend like it ain't gonna happen to you in the event you end up getting that close to Donald Trump. It's going to. That's why I call it the ultimate MAGA reward. Jail if you don't get your soul right. Hell with a chapter 11 in between. Now I need you this morning, Will, to denounce Donald Trump. Can you do that?
In what way?
Say you're gonna stop supporting him. Say, Trump, I won't believe no more of your lies.
Trump, do the best you can to set the people free. Go out there, get them, make it happen. Fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, I got to warm up the lake of fire for Will.
Fight.
Will's on his way to hell.
That's judgmental, bro.
And I'm about to help him get there. Ladies and gentlemen, let's warm up the lake of fire for Brother Will and get ready to send his special behind there. Ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, Will is possessed with the MAGA demon. All right, and we just can't do it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's send Will straight into the lake of fire. Let's give him a round of boos and shame.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
Your assessment of the circumstances at hand is truly unique. Let's talk about it.
Translation, you done lost your damn mind. When you get your damn mind, you call me.
You hear that, Will? Certified MAGA demon. I hope you do come back to the show, Will, after you ponder the conversation you and I just had, sir. But what you've been doing is unacceptable. It's downright dangerous. It's downright dangerous. All the energy and all the hatred you have for your own. But you're going to sit there and give these folks with these red MAGA hats permission to stomp you into oblivion because of your hatred for yourself, brother. I'm not new to this, Will. I am true to this, all right? And it's a sad situation you people of color have gotten yourselves into, worshiping a man you know is a racist. You know he hangs out with the racists. You know it. And yet you get out here and embarrass yourself. Woo! This is some wild stuff. And I see some folks out there triggered. All right, maybe you didn't hear me at the top of the show.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
All right. All right. Good
Oh,
morning, Q Dog. Welcome, brother.
what's going on, bro? I
Well,
am out.
they're out. All right. These brothers and sisters have been compromised in the worst way. What do you think about that, Q Dog?
Bruh, I wanted at him so bad. I am so disgusted that he even represents himself as a black man, not on the skin tone, but just to represent himself, period, as a black man. You mean to tell me, first and foremost, go to, and I hope he's in this chat, go to my fraternity brother, attorney Benjamin Crump, who is an attorney for civil rights. He has the video on his page of them white boys, YT boys, beating the crap out of that black man.
You hear this,
Now,
Will?
he's a Trump supporter. That was his decision, just like it's his decision. But he made a decision to take his ass out there, knowing very well, and you see me putting it in the chat multiple times, Zeus, take your ass to a Trump rally or a Proud Boys rally or a Triple K's rally and see how that works out for you. These folks don't want us here. They don't want us here. And when they have people like Trump out there that's putting out that hatred and that turmoil and it's corrupting, and then it bleeds over into our black community, our black Trump supporters, that makes me so angry as a black man, as a member of Omega Psi Phi fraternity, where I have multiple black brothers, multiple YT brothers. We're not just a black fraternity. We have an organization with YT brothers,
Thank you,
we have
Sue.
Asian brothers in our organization. And we come together as a brotherhood to make sure that communities. Now we got some folks that every brother is not every frat is not your brother.
Yeah.
That was clear with them black officers that's on trial right now. They were members of Omega Psi Phi fraternity.
Wow.
As soon as they unlive that brother, they out of here. We don't deal with that. And for him to come on your live, that I don't get too angry.
No, but you don't need to get angry, right? But did you notice that he had a pattern of, basically having no issue targeting me, targeting Democrats, Obama, Kamala Harris, but when I showed him that photo, he had no smoke for them.
None whatsoever.
I told him Trump was his dad. He had no smoke for Trump. Everything about him that he had in terms of hate, he had no problem unleashing it on me. And then he want to get out here and say he has a problem with black on black crime.
And so if he thinks that it's fake news, pull that video up. It's one black person that came across to try to stop it. They pushed him to the side while the rest of those YT folks out there was videoing. Didn't do nothing, didn't say nothing, not at all. Now, again, he made the decision to be a Trump supporter. That is what it is. But we already know the folks that are out there. We know what he represents. And I'm going to go back again and say it again every time I come on your live. So he has a clear understanding. When you go back in the slavery days, Lloyd's of London, look it up. Don't take my word for it, is an insurance company that insured black slave ships coming over to the Americans. They called us cargo. If it was something that took place with the ship or the quote unquote cargo, they were reimbursed by this insurance company. Till to this day, excuse my language.
Yeah.
Till this day, Lloyd's of London, one of their number one supporters, their number one backers,
thank you,
is Fox, 21st Century Fox, Fox News. That is Trump's number one platform. Go back in words. You want to talk about his parents? Yeah, his parents was affiliated with the Triple K's, which we all know that was originated in Tennessee by one of the Confederates. They came together and became a group
exactly.
of hatred and YT supremacy.
Preach, brother, preach. Will, are you still here, Will? I want to make sure you're getting this information from someone else besides Zeus, because I know you don't trust me. All right.
And he's uneducated. And
Mm.
I'll take it a step further.
You
I
think
had
Will's
this
uneducated?
totally uneducated. I just had
Wow.
this conversation yesterday with my 13-year-old daughter he's like, oh, Daddy, I love those Tesla trucks. There's some. I said, let me explain something to you.
We can't
Let
do
me
that.
explain. I'm gonna go a little bit deeper, and then I'm gonna drop off because I know you got a lot more people. Zeus.
I appreciate it. But
Tesla truck is one of their owners. What's his name, Zeus?
Elon
Musk. Who is his best friend?
Trump.
This man will take black dollars and turn around and call you the N-word right in front of your face.
Oh, but Will said he's never been called that.
He obviously ain't been down south. First time I was called the N-word when I came from up north was down here in Atlanta, Georgia.
Mm.
I'm gonna take it a little step further for you,
He
so
lied.
you get a clear understanding. The
Go
closer
ahead.
to the election, how these white T folks act. I'm in the vehicle taking my daughter to school. The person, it was 2 cars up, was just sitting there, no traffic coming. I tapped my horn. This white T lady jumps out of the car. Now, mind you, I'm 6'11", 275 pounds.
Oh.
I'm sitting in the car.
Mm-hmm.
She gets out, started coming up. Now, mind you, I go into daddy mode because my daughter's in the car.
Right.
Yelling and screaming, why are you blowing your horn, blah, blah, blah. First of all, you in 2 lanes over. Why are you getting out the car? What you don't realize is in this day and age, you do that to the wrong person, pew-pews come out real quick. So you got to be careful who you talk to and how you talk to them. See, they do a lot of rah-rah, bah-bah on here on this live. But
Oh
as
my
you
God.
said, you come in their face, you ain't going to say nothing. So I'm going to suggest to Mr. Will, I'm gonna give him an opportunity to prove me wrong. Find the closest Triple K rally. Find the closest Proud Boy rally, and just walk up there.
So
Don't put no Trump nothing on. Just have your American flag and walk up there and see how that works out.
Thank you. But he won't do it.
He's not gonna do it. He talk all that rah-rah on here behind
Sad.
that keyboard.
Wow.
But take
Sad.
yourself
Thank you, Sue.
to a rally and then come back to Zeus's show and tell us how that worked out for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
These folks need to wake up and realize that these folks ain't here for them. Trump
Nope.
is not here for you. He's here for himself.
Thank you.
He's trying to get himself out of the situation of all this heat and all
Thank
these
you.
indictments
Thank
that
you,
he
sir.
has up under him.
Yep.
So
I hope Will is listening to this. All right, because even though this is tough love he's getting. I know he's probably thinks we don't like. It's not that we don't like you, but this is tough love.
I'm trying to make him wake up.
Yeah. Thank you.
Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Because I'm gonna tell you this: if this man gets in office, he's already said he wants to give police officers immunity.
That part.
Go back. We know that Sonia Massey was not fake news.
Thank you.
You go back to that video and imagine if that was your mama or your grandmama or your sister
Sad.
asking for help. The officer comes already ready to gear up with an attitude and says, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, and gets unalived. Imagine if that was your mama. I know his grandparents are just rolling. If they're no longer alive, I know they're rolling in their grave.
They are. It's amazing that we've had a number of black folks come on this show. I didn't know it was going to go that direction, this show, right? But lately we've been getting an influx, and they openly admit they're with the Confederates, right? They openly say they have no issue with racism. And like you said, it's a disgrace to their ancestors. And they say it with their full chest up here.
You might as well go to every one of those grave sites of our ancestors that fought for our freedoms and spit on it. That's exactly what you're doing when you come up on a live and spit that rhetoric on a live about following folks that don't like you in the first place. And like I say, I don't get that emotional when it comes to this. But I know my parents were born in the 1930s. They went through it.
Yep.
And I've heard the stories. I've heard many of the stories. One of the number one stories that still sticks to my mind with my grandmama was she went into Denny's and they refused to serve her because she was a black woman.
Ain't no excuse for you. Ain't no excuse, Will.
Into a Denny's. I would not step foot into one because you did not serve my grandmother. One was a cup of coffee.
Do you hear this, Will? Will, are you still there, brother? Will, do you hear this?
That irritates me to the core
Where's
of my soul.
Will?
Hear my black brothers out there spit shining these white tee folks' shoes that don't give a damn about them. Yeah, shine my shoes and spit in their face.
Will, where you at? See, Will don't want to come back up here. Cause see, I tell him to come on back up here and talk to you because he wasn't receiving it from me.
If he requests again while I'm up here, bring him up here because I'm going to verbally put him into the lake of fire.
Oh,
don't you ever disrespect the people that paved the way for us. You might as well go to Martin Luther King's grave site here in Atlanta, Georgia, and spit on his grave. Malcolm X.
Where's Will? Jesus. Well,
all the civil rights leaders that unalive themselves just for us to be able to vote. And it's not about who you vote for, none of that. You have the right to choose who you want to vote for, but pick and choose wisely because your vote could determine the sanctity of others. I got a black daughter. This man gets in office, you're gonna unhinge all these racist cops that are in these corrupted police stations. Oh, we ready. They already ready to lock and load. Let me go back to another story what I was telling you before when I was on another live where it was an experience of a black man that was mistaken by somebody else because he was in the same kind of car that was a description. They didn't describe him, they described the car. They stopped him thinking that he was in a hit and run. The black female officer said, I got this. She heard them before they were plotting and planning to come out there locked and loaded, ready to pew pew. She came up to the car, she said to him, before she even asked for his driver's license, I'm glad I got here before anybody else did. Wow. And it didn't dawn on him and it didn't recollect to him of what she was saying.
Yeah.
He gave her the driver's license and insurance. And she said, you know why I stopped you? He said, no. Why? He said, we got a report that it was a report on the radio that your vehicle was in a hit and run. He was like, you can see my vehicle. It has no damage to it. So I'm not sure what that's going about. Not even a minute later, there was 6 cruisers that pulled up behind her. All of them out with their hands on their pew-pew.
Wow.
She told every last one of them, stand down. This is my stop. Stand down. They was ready to come up. He had his hands on the steering wheel. She said, stand down.
Tell him. See, this is what we're doing, ladies and gentlemen. We got to wake these folks up.
You got to understand. This man was he was a mistaken identity, just not for him being black. He was had a mistaken identity for his vehicle that he was in. We know they make millions of cars the same.
Yeah.
Same color, same model and make.
And I've been in situations like that, and that's why it's a little concerning when we get folks that are Trump supporters and of color getting up here and pretending like that's not happening where they at. Will, if you listen to Will, he'll give you the impression he lives in the ivory towers. Will, knock it off. Now listen, Q-Dog, I got to move it on, brother.
I appreciate you, brother.
But thank you for coming up here and giving him a verbal chastising, all right? He needed that this morning, all right? No excuses, all right?
Salute to you, brother.
All right, you too, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to Q-Dog. No lies detected. If Will is still out here, I'm going to tell him to come on back up here and have a conversation with Q-Dog. Because, I got to keep it clean up here, but you know, the people who come up, they get a little more freedom than I do. All right, all right, all right. Let's give Will a round of applause once again. Yeah. So as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, we're providing, this is definitely some of the best services that you're going to get on TikTok in terms of getting folks out of the cult. I believe Will's going to get out of the cult after he reflects on this conversation. Seriously. All right, so let's see who we got next, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness, who do we got next? Let's see. Let's put a one in the chat if you're a Trump supporter and you want to get in the box and have a conversation. If you just seen what we've had to do with that previous guest, put him back in where he belongs in his place. Murr, greetings.
What up? I was on here yesterday.
Well, why are you back? You're a Trump supporter?
Yeah.
Well, why are you back?
What do you mean? You don't want to talk again?
What has happened from between yesterday and today?
Oh, I didn't get to finish, and I won't be able to finish today about our conversation about, immigration. We were talking about that.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, you haven't done the work I asked you to do.
What do you mean?
Well, did you get any information to prove why Donald Trump should be reelected?
I mean,
no.
Why it should be reelected is because employment was at an all-time low.
Okay, so there you go with the lies again, ladies and gentlemen. That's he's possessed. Let's just go ahead and send him back to the lake of fire. Do your homework. Do your homework. That's a certified MAGA demon. Don't get up here and start blaming Joe Biden and Vice President Harris for immigration. The border bill, it didn't get passed because of Donald Trump. Do your research. You can't bring it up anymore. All right. Put a one in the chat if you are a Trump supporter, all right, and you want to get up here and profess your love for Donald Trump, all right, and you want to get out of, or you want to get out of the cult, one of the two, because I'll help you get out of the cult. Put a one in the chat real quick. Oh, let's see. Who is this? Patrick. Patrick, you want to come up here and talk to Big Zeus? Patrick doesn't want to get in the box, so let's go ahead and put Patrick in a straitjacket. All right. What about this one guest, Cassandra Da Vinci? Your profile says, I am MAGA for life. I support Trump and Gen X. I'm Sicilian and black. Oh yeah, Cassandra, why don't you come on up here? Cassandra, all right. These people, I tell you, they don't, you got them. Thank you, little hawk. Listen, if I send you an invitation and you don't, all right. So Cassandra Da Vinci said, I don't waste my time with brainwashed Democrats. All right. Moderators, you know the rule. If I invite them to the box and they don't accept, put them in a straitjacket. All right. Her Gen X card has been revoked. Thank you. Put a one in the chat. All right. Yeah. All right. Thank you for the subscription. All right. Yeah. Okay. Put a one in the chat. Thank you, Rick. All right. Got her. Thank you, little hawk. Listen, all right. You're a Trump supporter. Put a one. That's all. We want to talk to you. All right. Jay, is that your name? You're a Trump supporter? Redbone, are you a Trump supporter? Come on. Let's see who we got. I mean, we don't got our morning to do this. Oh, okay. No. Okay, you're not. Put a one in the chat if you are a Trump supporter. Weird room. As Gen Xers, we don't claim her. I guess we've gotten the Trump supporters to dial it back and recognize that supporting Donald Trump is a no-fly zone. All right, how about that train wreck? Okay, Katie, come on up here. Oh, Katie can't come up. Katie doesn't have the ability to go live. Put a one in the chat. Yeah, we've dunked a few demons into the lake of fire this morning. All right, I don't got all morning. All right. Let's see. Who is this? All right, I see. Oh, we got some folks in the box. Oh my God. Let's see. Who do we have? Oh yeah, there we go. Right there. Memento. I can't bring Memento up. Doesn't have the ability to go live. All right, put a one in the chat if you are a MAGA possessed individual and you believe Donald Trump is the best thing for this country since sliced bread. All right, You better get in here while you can, all right? Because Zeus doesn't have all morning. You know how this show goes, all right? All righty then, all right. Put a 1 in the chat, all right. Put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump supporter. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Meanwhile, yeah, I'm looking at it. White nationalism. Chris can't go in. He can't go live either. Don't worry. All right. Let's go to the box again. Good morning, Jess. What do you want to say, Jess, while we're waiting for these Trump supporters?
MAGA needs to quit being scared and get in a box. But you want to know what I was looking into? Because I was very curious about the Starlink that Elon Musk is making available. So I went to go look at the website. Now, look. It says 0 hurricane relief, right? But if you read that paragraph, it says these will be moved to a paid residential subscription after 30 days.
Oh!
So while you're still picking up your pieces and while you're still dealing with the aftermath, you will have to pay for the Starlink, which is over $100. But wait, there's more.
Wow.
So whenever you go to check out, you have to pay for the hardware.
What?
Due today, $386. But look, I clicked on 0 hurricane relief. I clicked on relief for hurricane. Why am I having to pay $400? Oh, so they want you to use their internet.
Wow.
So when you get that $750 from FEMA that you're entitled to for immediate relief, you're going to have to fork it back over to them.
Oh, Sue! Thank you. Sue, that was cool. Wow, the idiot that came with music.
The richest man in America
Thank you,
who
Sue.
says he can do all these things to make America great, and he's making it sound like he's doing something huge.
Wow.
Yeah, he gave free internet to everybody. No, the hell you didn't. You're charging $400 for free internet.
Wow.
Who can afford that whenever they lost their house?
Any Trump supporters? You want to speak on this?
I don't know if anyone heard about the Mama Tot drama, but the fact that you guys can sit up here and say you're so fighting mad, I'm so fighting mad. Ain't you mad? Why ain't you mad? They can't even apply.
Thank you, Sue.
What are they going to do with this? You're a grifter. And you're nasty.
Thank you, Sue. I don't see any Trump supporters expressing outrage about what you're posting right there, Jess, which is crazy.
I'm mad. I'm mad at the misinformation. I'm mad that Donald Trump is out here outright lying. And his pundits are pushing that rhetoric. People are entitled to that $750, and it is only immediate relief.
Wow.
They will be having a hotel paid in full, but they cannot get those funds. They cannot get that help unless they reach out and ask for it.
Wow.
And you are stopping them from reaching out. And honestly, I might sound so mad because my tone, but I'm trying not to cry because these people have lost everything. Over 230 people have unalived.
Wow.
And you guys think it's okay
to lie,
to blame it all on the Biden administration, saying that FEMA is giving money to migrants? You guys are conflating two separate entities, two separate funds that are both funded by the Republican-led Congress.
Wow.
You guys don't know how government works, and you need a basic civics course because you are hurting Americans.
Wow.
We can sit here and talk about policy. We can talk about how you guys are wrong on so many other things. But when people are actually in dire need, this is something so serious that it doesn't matter what political party you're on. Wow. We should be coming together to help our fellow Americans. I don't care if you're MAGA, and if you lost your house, if you lost your family members, you need help.
And they should apply. I went into a live, Jess, no lie. And it was a Snuggles live, now that I think about it. Not just him, But all of the people in there were saying, we don't trust FEMA. No, we're going to fend for ourselves
And you want
because
to know
we don't
why?
want FEMA to take our houses. This is
You
what
want to
they're
know why?
saying.
They believe that FEMA has these mass grave sites. Have you heard that? They believe FEMA has these mass plastic graveyards where they're going to be having American citizens. That's what they think. They think some weird conspiracy stuff, and it's very QAnon, and it's very weird. And I need everyone down here to understand.
Thank you,
If
Pams.
you believe that, and if you believe in the TikTok, I'll drop after this, educational purposes, but if you believe in adrenochrome, seek fucking help, because that's what it's tied to with the FEMA conspiracies. You think that is real, and you are so far gone that there is no way to help you. And the fact that you guys think, yeah, bruh, $750 for immediate relief, but you want to know something? Fucking Elon Musk is over here charging $386 for internet. How is that going to help people in the hurricane, bruh? How's that going to help people, Joe Zen? How's that going to help people charging them $400?
Wow. This is unprecedented.
Not only that, Donald Trump's GoFundMe has raised over $7 million. Why hasn't he cashed out and given it to him? Oh, because he'll pay $2 million for a fine, because he's going to keep the money and pay another $2 million.
Thank you,
Because he made that money back and then some. But I'm going to drop down, Zeus.
Okay, thank you.
I
Thank
love
you.
you. Thank you for bringing me up.
I love you too. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to the beautiful Jess. No lies detected. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, it's turning into a full-time job, right? Thank you, Rick. It's turning into a full-time job. Having to combat MAGA and their dangerous rhetoric and their lies every single day. This is what I mean when I say these Trump supporters don't realize it. Biden admin gave 500. Wait a second. Boho, come on up here, please, if you don't mind. This is what I mean when I tell you Trump supporters. It is you who are ultimately going to be suffering as a result of still believing Donald Trump's lies. Not one Trump supporter has been able to come up here and provide me with anything President Biden or Vice President Kamala Harris have said or done that's causing them harm. Not one. Boho, good morning. I think, don't run.
I'm not running.
You're a Trump supporter?
Am I a Trump supporter?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm a supporter.
Are you voting for him?
It's hard. I have not made up my mind on who I'm voting for.
Have you ever voted for him?
Trump? Yes.
Yeah. Did you vote for him in 2016?
Yes.
2020?
Yes.
Well, why not? Why not just vote for Kamala Harris? Don't you think Donald
Because
Trump?
the last 3 years I haven't seen anything. I mean, she's kind of been obsolete, and that worries me. And then also,
Where did you go?
also how everybody was.
Okay,
I'm here.
I can hear you. You must have gotten a call
Can you
or
hear me?
something. Yeah.
Sorry, a phone call. Yes.
Yeah.
So everybody was saying Biden. There's nothing wrong with him. He's cognitively fine. And then, man, it switched so quickly. And that worries me, because they were like, everything was great. And then until it wasn't. And then they just put her in there.
Would it be safe to say that prior to all of that, you were a Biden supporter?
No, I was not a Biden supporter.
Prior
but it
to the
scares me
switch.
now.
Prior to the switch, you weren't a Biden supporter?
No, because I don't think that he was cognitively there and that everybody was lying about it.
So
I
then-
actually felt really bad for him.
So it's kind of safe to say you're voting for Donald Trump in 2024.
I wouldn't say it's safe to say. I still have, less than 30 days now.
Well, what's holding you back from fully committing to Donald Trump? I don't get it. I mean, because I
What's
can
holding
tell.
me back from fully committing to either of
Well,
them
I
is,
have.
you know what it
oh,
is?
I have
It's that
what is it?
it is them fighting with each other. If one of them would stop talking crap about the other one, they'd probably get my vote. I can't stand the childness like behavior on both sides.
But
It's so
well, you know,
repulsive.
when people say it's both sides, I kind of have to go, well, I don't necessarily agree because whether you like it or not, Kamala is willing to actually have Republicans in her cabinet.
Well,
That shows a thinking person like yourself, hey, she's actually working with everyone to try to make things work and not just saying her way or the highway like the other guy.
well, it's always good to have a seat at the table, kind of like JFK
Yeah,
and Trump.
well, that's not a seat at the table. That's Donald Trump being a dictator. He's
But is
already
it
openly saying he wants to be a dictator. I mean, and what I like to ask is like, okay, let's be honest. They both have a record. Kamala has a record. Trump has a record. And you know Trump's record isn't really so nice, right? He has a lot of bad and nasty, and I do mean nasty, and I'm not, and I got to keep it clean on TikTok. He has a lot of nasty things on his record. Why not just say, you know what? I don't want to do it now, but I'm going to vote for Kamala to make sure Donald Trump definitely doesn't become the next president because we've already been through that. Why
But
not
don't
just
you find it kind of strange that, I mean, he's been a pretty popular person all these years and nothing ever happened until he tried to run for president? Wouldn't it have been easier for him to not run and
well,
just stay in his, resorts and be a rich person and do what they do? Because I don't know what they do, but sure, it's better than what I do.
yeah,
Wouldn't it have been easier?
I would have preferred Donald Trump to just completely stay out of politics, to be quite honest. But unfortunately, he chose to enter politics, and when you enter politics, your personal life becomes public. You know what I mean? So it's a decision he made to expose all of his business,
Right,
right?
but why
Okay,
would he
so
run again?
because he wants to stay out of prison this time, right? But the first time we find out a lot of this stuff, especially like the 34 felonies, you and I didn't know because he was committing crimes to make sure we didn't know. Now we found out he was committing crimes, right?
Okay, so you don't
He
believe in any of the whole laptop stuff on the Biden side? Like none of that? You believe zero of that? You don't believe any?
what about Biden? Or I thought we were talking about Trump.
Well, I was, but I'm just trying to compare. I think it's what you're going to come down to choosing the lesser of two evils.
Oh, but I don't necessarily think President Biden, or I mean, he's not even in the race. Kamala Harris has the situation that Donald Trump has, right? Like, let's be honest, Donald Trump was impeached twice, right?
Yes.
And you know why
I
he
don't
was
even
impeached?
understand that because it never goes anywhere. Impeachment should be you're out, you
No,
know?
well, we have to follow the rules of the Constitution, right? So it is what it is. But for the sake of it, he was impeached twice. That's a ding on his credit. I mean, on his record, twice, two dings, and he got two impeachments in one term. To me, that's a sign he's a terrible person in terms of leadership and actually doing the job as president. And then we get to the insurrection. You know, him leading an insurrection against the United States government.
I have a
Is
hard
it?
time with that one.
Isn't it safe to say that he's a threat to democracy at least?
But I listened to his speech. It's kind of like this. You know how when, you've heard the saying, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, you know?
Correct.
And I always feel sorry for parents that have a child that does something wrong and then they blame the parents. Now, sometimes I get the parent wasn't involved. But other times, you got a 30-year-old.
But parent. Oh, okay.
Okay, you got a 30-year-old that, goes and murder or whatever, unalive somebody.
Unalives.
Yeah. And then they blame the parents, even though they were out of the house. So with that insurrection, I've listened to that speech numerous times. And he never told them to go be nasty and break it. Now, were there some? Yeah, you're going to have some on both sides that are nasty. You know what I mean? But I never heard him say,
Thank you, Sue. But let
you
me
know,
ask you this. Let me ask a serious question. Why is he painting it? Why is he putting it in the minds of his supporters that the only way he'll lose is if it's rigged? Why is he already doing that? It's the same thing he did in 2020.
do you think that
Sue, thank you, Sue, for the train. Why is he doing that?
because I think he truly believes that there are some
But it's not
Out of all the
true.
polls
But it's
in
not
the
true
United
though.
States,
It's not true though, right?
out
So,
of all the polls in the United States, you don't think anybody was cheating?
well,
I
the
think it
term.
happens yearly.
Thank you, Sue. Wow, thank you. But here's the thing. Thank you, Rick. Wow. There's a such thing as outcome determinative fraud. And what they're saying is, regardless of what's happened, right, it wasn't enough to change the outcome of the election. So do I think there may have been some hanky-panky little stuff going on here and there? Yeah, but I've also looked into that, and it turns out a majority of it was by Donald Trump. For instance, if you read the indictment that has just been, well, there's the indictment and then the motion that's been unsealed. There was corruption going on in 7 different states. And guess who was the one doing it?
I don't know about that. I have not
Donald
read about that.
Trump. Donald Trump was the one doing it. So, to your point, was there stuff going on that was shady? Yeah. Who was doing it? Trump. So, of
But how
course,
do
the
we
guy that's
trust our
doing,
elections?
of course, the guy that's committing all the crimes, because don't trust it, because he's the one doing it. You see
The
how it
way I look
works?
at it, if you have money, you're able to do anything, and I mean big money.
And Trump has big money.
Oh, well, I don't think as big as some people.
Who doesn't he have bigger? He has more money than Joe Biden, right? He's the.
The very small elite, like what, the 20%?
But okay, but listen. So what I just gave you was information about the election and how there was stuff going on, and Trump was the one behind it, right? So while all of that's going on, then we get to the night of the results of the election, and what does Donald Trump do? Did he come out and concede that Joe Biden won?
No, but he went to
Why
bed
didn't
thinking
he?
he had it in the bag, as
Why
as
didn't
many
he?
Americans.
Why didn't he do it?
Why didn't he concede?
Yeah.
I believe he really thought there was fraud.
Wrong. If you read it, the plan from the very beginning was to say he won.
Read what? What are you reading?
The unsealed motion that Jack Smith has just released. Have you taken a look?
I
It's
have not been
100
able to read that yet.
Oh
No.
my gosh, you have to go read this. He was committing crimes in order to try to win, and it didn't work out. And there
Now,
were 5 parts
is
to
there
it.
receipts to go with this?
Absolutely.
Okay, I will read it.
Absolutely. And you know who's also in there? Mike Pence. On record multiple times telling Donald Trump to pretty much, hey, I'm not going to break the law. Another day he
I
gets
do
another
like
call.
Mike Pence.
Another day I get another call. No, Trump, I'm not going to break the call. And Trump keeps pressuring Pence. And then when he realized that wasn't going to work, get this, on January 6th, the last part of the plan was to send his supporters to go unalive Mike Pence. So that would stop Pence from certifying the results.
Now, like you said, this comes with receipts.
Yes.
I'm really curious about this now.
Okay, let me ask you this. What about this?
Irrespective of the indictment, I want the American people to know that I had no right to overturn the election. And then on that day, President Trump asked me to put him over the Constitution. But I chose the Constitution, and I always will. Anyone who puts himself over the Constitution should never be President of the United States. And anyone who asks someone else to put themselves over the Constitution should never be President of the United States again. And what the President maintained that day, and frankly has said over and over again over the last 2.5 years, is completely false. I dismissed it out of hand, but sadly the President was surrounded by a group of crackpot lawyers that kept telling him what his itching ears wanted to hear. And I had hoped that on this matter of January 6th that it wouldn't come to this, because I do believe that this is going to further ignite the divide in the country. It'll be up to the government now to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that this actually represented criminal activity. But what I want the American people to know is that I know in my heart of hearts that I did my duty under the Constitution that day.
And you said you liked Mike Pence.
I do.
So isn't it safe to say that Mike Pence just basically gave you everything you need to never vote for Donald Trump again?
Well, here's something I want to ask you.
But are you going to answer the question?
No, I wouldn't go that far because I mean, anybody can say anything.
But you like
I
Mike
need to see the
Pence.
receipts.
But Mike
Just
Pence
because I
is,
like somebody.
he is the receipt. You know, in the court, Evidence
But you
is
can say
evidence is
anything.
witnesses. Evidence in a courtroom. Evidence consists of what? Witnesses, maybe photographs, audio recordings, documents. So Mike Pence would be considered evidence. He's a witness. Grand jury testimony. It doesn't get any, and he's the vice president of the United States.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know what amount of evidence reaches that
I
threshold.
swear. Can I
Re-
say something? And this is a
but
question that's been
can
on
we
my
just
mind.
agree? Can we just agree that Mike Pence is evidence? He is evidence of a crime.
His speaking, yes, I guess you could say that's evidence because
Okay,
people
okay. So what more do you need to be convinced that maybe this guy Donald Trump is dangerous?
I'm going to tell you the honest truth of why I will
This is the
probably never
truth.
be. This is the truth that I probably never will be a Democrat because you know what I see.
Oh, you don't have to be a Democrat to vote for Kamala. You know
I
she
know
doesn't
that.
require that.
But you know what breaks my heart
What?
is that I see so much hate coming from the left that I can't be a part of that.
Hate coming from the left? Can I
Just
get
look
an
at the comments, sir.
what
They have
comments?
nothing nice to say about me because I voted for Trump. And it is so disheartening to know that American people, I mean, we have people dying, right now. And all they have to do is say something negative about me, and it just breaks my heart. And I see it all day long on TikTok. You know, this guy's like, this woman said something. It was supposed to be really a joke, and he was like, "Oh, well, you better look in the mirror because you're too old for Trump, anyhow." Like just ditching her looks, and that's so rude. People, with the whole George Floyd thing, and they were burning down cities, and all the left were like, "You guys keep going, you just make a statement." But when you look at the Republicans, they're usually good old boys that fly flags and they keep to themselves. It's just such, I can meet somebody and know if they're left or right just by their attitude. And it is insane to me that there is such a division that you can see that just by their attitude, that they want to go burn a building down because they're Trump lovers. It's insane.
Wait a second. Wait a second now. Wait a second. So let me see where I'm at. All right, I'm going to read something to you, and you tell me if this is hate or love.
Where are you reading it from?
I'm not going to tell you. I just got a question. Lion Kamala, who is being exposed as a dummy every time she does a show, just stated to the degenerate on The View that she would have done nothing different than crooked Joe Biden, the worst president in the history of the United States. The lamestream media doesn't want to pick up the story. The dumb women on the show wish they never asked her the question that led to the election. Is that hate?
I would say that's I don't like that at all. But I'll tell you one thing.
Wait.
I
So
agree
it's
with the
okay.
women on The View. I will. They are horrible, horrible women.
Wait a second. You don't like that. What about this?
They have nothing nice to say.
Who?
The women on The View. They're a disgrace. It's horrible. Nobody should be on TV talking.
The interview on 60 Minutes with Comrade Kamala Harris is considered by many of those who reviewed it the worst interview they have seen. She literally had no idea what she was talking about. It was an embarrassment for our country that a majority party candidate would be so completely inept. In addition to her incompetence on helping people through devastation, Hurricane Helene is being reviewed by as far the worst in American history, even worse than Katrina, if that is possible. I can't imagine anybody living in North Carolina, South Carolina, Alabama, Georgia, or Tennessee voting for her. Is that hatred?
It's hatred for the Democratic Party, but it's not hatred for an individual that you would say, you fat, ugly human being.
He called her a lion Kamala, comrade. I mean, if at a certain point, what about this one? What about this one?
60 Minutes.
What about this one? Deranged Jack Smith is fighting for Lion Kamala. Lost big in Florida Justice Department. Is that hate?
Yeah, it's not nice.
Okay. So
When you're
earlier,
in the political view of people, just like if you're a movie star, you're kind of gonna get that.
Hey, Will, if you're still there, Will, notice this is happening with, Boho as well. You have all the energy, you have all the tears to call out the Democrats, Zeus perhaps, Kamala, for being hateful. But we agree what Donald Trump is saying is hateful. And you give it an excuse.
I'm not giving it an excuse. I think that Kamala and Donald Trump both spew out hate. And that's why I said at the beginning, I'd probably vote for the person that stopped the hate talk.
What has Kamala said? What has Kamala said that's hateful? Because that's the other side of
I
this.
can't do verbatim, but
I can't think of anything because she doesn't talk like that. Kamala's angle has always been, I need to help people. All my life, I've been a career
you're going to tell me
prosecutor.
that you've never heard her talk
No.
shit on Donald,
Wait,
crap
wait,
on
keep
Donald
it clean.
Trump?
What has she said about him that's hateful? Because if it's true, it's not hateful. For instance, I even will say, yeah, he's an adjudicated rapist, and he's a nasty parent because of the things he said about his daughter.
Now, see that? I mean, that is hateful speech. I mean, you can say, okay. So if
Okay. Let me ask you. Let me ask you this. Hey, nope. Let me ask you what you think of this.
My daughter. If Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. You know? If Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. You know? If Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. You know?
What is that? What did he say?
that was his attempt, I think, at a joke, and he's not very good at it.
Okay, what about this?
What's the favorite thing you have in common with your father?
Either real estate or golf.
Donald, with your daughter?
Well, I was going to say sex, but I can't relate that.
Do you want me to reply to that?
Yeah.
Well, I think that he knows his daughter very well. Maybe she has a high libido. They talk openly. I talk openly about things like that with my son. It doesn't make me a creep. Trust me. He just shouldn't say that on air because he has way too many haters for that. But when you start talking about somebody's looks, like, I certainly do not mean you. But if I was to say, like, do you
understand?
What you're talking about? Your mouth's too big, your nose is too big, your eyes are evil. That you're picking on somebody, and that's what I don't like. And I'm not saying Donald or Kamala is saying that about each other. Though I think there was big hands involved at one point.
So I just got to ask you, why do y'all make excuses? Because what he says about his daughter is just downright disgusting.
I think he was trying to make a joke that she's a beautiful young lady.
What father or mother jokes around about having intercourse with their child in common? You understand? Again, I'm just showing you who Donald Trump is, and I'm saying to you, these are things that are true about him, and this is why we say it, and it's not hateful. But if Kamala is not saying stuff like that and doing stuff like that, and you're saying it about her, then it is hateful.
I'm not saying.
And the hate that you are, upset about, you really have to conclude it's really coming from Donald Trump. Because honestly, prior to Donald Trump running to be president, politics wasn't like this. There wasn't no name calling like this.
I don't ever remember name calling growing up, ever.
Yeah, but who started the name calling? Donald Trump. Ever since he came down that golden escalator, right? He started calling Mexicans nasty names, right? The birther conspiracies about Barack Obama, Barack Hussein. I mean, he is the definition of a fear-mongering, hateful individual. Insult after insult. Yes, look at that in the comments. The Haitians placing targets on the backs of innocent people. The way he disparages women. E. Jean Carroll had to take him to court to get him to at least stop defaming her.
I think he says things that...
You don't have that with Kamala, is my point.
Well, I have heard. I mean, I can't do verbatim.
She's not in court. She's not in court about anybody saying Kamala's defamed them at all.
Not yet. I'm sure she'll get there. It's a politician. They're going to dig up dirt.
I am so confident that if that was her character, they would have already uncovered it about her. So you can't hold something over her head that she has not done.
Well,
We gotta
Donald's
look.
first 4 years were okay. Well, the first 3 years, I'd say. I don't know. They did the Russian collusion. What about that? Like,
Oh my God. Okay, okay.
that wasn't that all like debunked and stuff? Like, why did that even
So
start?
so at a certain point we have to actually conclude, facts are facts and opinion is opinion, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, and for the sake of where you and I are at in this conversation, the facts are Donald Trump is a hateful person. He pushes fear and hate. Kamala doesn't, right?
Okay.
Because she hasn't done it yet, according to you. So I just
I will
want you
say
to.
his mouth. I don't like his mouth. I will say that. But if you look at him before a politician, like all of his,
Well, okay, let's stick to you not liking his mouth. All right. Therefore, you shouldn't support him.
well, I wouldn't go
Because
that
in
far.
order, if you support him, what you're going to do is empower him. You're not going to hold him accountable for the things that he's saying. You're going to encourage him, and you're going to say, you know what, I don't like that you're a terrible person, but you got my vote. You think he's going to you think he's going to stop being a terrible person because of that? No, he's going to say, well, you know what, I'm in control of you. Thank you for your vote. Actually, he's not even going to thank you. He's just going to take your vote and continue to be a terrible person.
Well, sir, I will look into the things that you told me about. I will go read about them because I believe that researching is the only way that you learn for yourself.
You don't really need to go look into it. I think you know enough based on this conversation. I think it's time for you to get out of the cult. All right.
Well,
So
it's,
are
I
you
know, but I
ready to
can't
get out
take
of the
anybody's word.
are you ready to get out of the cult this morning? Because I gotta move it on though. Thank you
Yeah,
for having the courage to come up here. I gotta move it on though. Are you ready to
absolutely.
get out of the cult though? Because that's what this show is all about. If not, then I gotta toss you into the lake of fire. It is your choice.
You toss me, sir. I know that I'm good.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's give Boho what she deserves. She wants to be tossed into the lake of fire, even though she has no evidence to prove Kamala Harris is a terrible person. She has all the evidence Donald Trump is a terrible person. She's still concerned or confused. Lake of fire, Boho, ladies and gentlemen, join me in sending Boho to the lake of fire. Let's give her a huge round of boos and shame.
Silence, you MAGA Damon.
Your assessment of the circumstances at hand is truly unique. Let's talk about it.
Translation?
You done lost your damn mind. When you get your damn mind, you call me.
This is the behavior, ladies and gentlemen, that I've been talking about. And Will, I hope you're still here, Will, because see, the fake news, Will, won't tell you what we're telling you. Everything we showed her about her daddy, that's her daddy too. She just couldn't accept it as true. Nope. I can't do it. But she got all the energy and all the smoke for the Democrats. It's the most bizarre situation I've ever seen in my life. All right. Good morning, Takesha. How are you?
Good morning, Zeus. How are you, sweetie?
I'm all right. I am all right. I'm just trying to run a nice little balanced show, and you can see what I've had to deal with all morning, right? Oh, look at that. The beautiful Takesha. Let's go.
I just wanted to come up, because I'll be 50 on Monday, but
Oh, we're going to party like it's 1999 on Monday.
listen, Zeus. The reason they took government and economics and civics out of school is so they can fool people and tell them anything and they'll believe it and they have no proof to go back and weigh it against.
Wow.
Because every time I hear somebody say that Kamala has done nothing in the time she's been in office, it really makes me piss my pants because the vice president can't make laws. She can't pass bills. She can't do anything because there's such thing as a president. Just because you are assistant manager at Burger King does not mean that you can do more than the manager at Burger King.
Now that's facts.
you work at a office building, they've given you a little position, doesn't mean you got more power than the CEO.
Facts.
They gotta understand the lady did what she was supposed to do, which was support the president's agenda.
Thank you.
There's nothing else she could have done, and I really wish
Thank
they
you,
would stop
Deb.
saying that.
Mm.
And then I like to have fell off the bed when she said the Democrats are so hateful.
What did you think of that? You said
Zeus.
Yes.
Zeus.
I read to her everything Donald Trump said.
Zeus. Who's hateful, Zeus?
Trump and his supporters.
It
You
has
saw that?
nothing- It has nothing to do with us. The fact that he has called that lady dumb, stupid, and all of that, when he's the one that's dumb and stupid, and she did not reply or come back, it shows who's the big child and who's ridiculous in this whole election. He never talks about policy. He always talks about himself. He
Thank you.
always gives people name, which is, you know, what children do on the playground at school. He's a big child in a diaper with an extra large suit on. He's not mature at all. He's a big kid.
Mm.
And I cannot believe men look up to this man. He's not an alpha male. He's a child in a grown man's too big, oversized body.
Tell them, Takesha. Tell these folks.
It's embarrassing
Yeah.
that you run around here, Trump 2024, looking like a ridiculous nutcase. Stop trying to live up to this man when he is beneath you. The only thing he has is more money because y'all sending it to him. The more money y'all send, the fatter his bank account get, the less you can provide for your family. That makes absolutely no sense. Sending money to a billionaire is really making you look like you off your rocker.
What
And
do you
then
guys say?
you around here talking about you can't afford eggs.
What do you guys say to these brothers and sisters,
Because
Takesha?
he's never had to go and buy any.
You hear that?
Do y'all see how ridiculous that looks? Y'all gotta do better. This is ridiculous. What has he done for you?
I'm
Besides
asking.
take your money and make you feel like you're loved. Trump doesn't care anything about you. He out here lying about the flood and FEMA. He doesn't care anything about those people. Y'all making fake pictures of him walking through the water when he don't even get in water when he needs to. Wow. Cut it out. You're embarrassing. And any woman that finds you attractive, bless her heart. You're
Right?
getting out of hand.
Yeah.
It's getting out of hand.
What about these brothers, these so-called brothers and sisters out here that continue to worship Donald Trump? Takesha, would you any good words? I just seen a sister put in the comment out there telling us you should quit selling your soul to Kamala.
Zeus.
Talk to him.
We not taking our profile names and putting Kamala name in there.
Nope.
Nope. Yelling Kamala 2024. We're not calling ourselves. They call themselves MAGA. We're not calling ourselves CAGA. We're not doing any of that. Zeus. We're not worshiping Kamala. We have not sold our soul to anybody.
Nope.
The only people that have sold their souls to anyone is Trump supporters.
No lies detected.
We are electing someone. We're not around here about to get to fight and stop talking to our family members because we're Kamala supporters and they're Trump supporters. Trump supporters do that. They worship him. They make golden statues of him. They make songs and replace Jesus' name with Trump. You can't tell them nothing about Donald Trump. Everything he says is true in the gospel. We're not around here acting like that, Zeus. If we don't like something Kamala does, we let it be known.
Sure do.
They've never said Trump did anything wrong.
Never.
But that lady to sit up and say that he was making jokes, that was disgusting. Who makes jokes like that about their child? I wish my son would say something like that about my grandbaby. I would get onto him really bad.
Thank you.
And I'd be side-eyeing him every time she come over here because I'd be scared that he gonna do something to her.
Thank you. Thank you, Rick.
That was just nasty.
They give
for
him
her to give him an
excuses.
excuse to say that about his own child. That's how they act. Every excuse she could give him, she gave him.
Yeah.
But didn't want to. She said Kamala say stuff too. What has she said? Because there's a lot of stuff she need to say, but she doesn't.
That's true. She shows restraint.
Every time. This man has called his woman
Zena.
anything but a child of God. And she never said anything back about it. But they
No,
can't
no.
see that. They can't see it.
No
It's
lie is
always
detected.
when you say something, Zeus, it's always the excuse. Well, you know, that's what politicians do. No, they don't.
Or he got a mouth on him. I wish
Yeah.
you wouldn't say that. That's what they say. He got a
That's
mouth
no
on.
excuse. That's no excuse to be a child. You can run against somebody and not call them all the names he has called that lady. But like I say, he has no respect for women because his mama didn't love him. So he has a lack of love for mom syndrome.
Mm.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, listen, Takesha.
That's all I got to say, Zeus.
Thank you so much for having the courage to get up here and give it to MAGA once again. All right, because they I know there's somebody out there that heard your words and is willing to walk into the light and come forth. All right, thank you
Well, I
so
hope
much.
they are, Zeus, because I'm about sick of it now.
Yeah, no, there he is. They're watching in the back and they sitting there. They're probably at home, especially the women with their crazy MAGA man, and hovering over them, breathing.
Look, then put them out the bed to put a Donald Trump statue next to him.
Yeah, you talking to
You on
them.
the floor and Donald in the bed.
Woo! You talking to somebody?
Bye, Zeus.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give the beautiful Takesha a round of applause. Somebody getting saved out there. Not Will. We know Will ain't getting saved, but somebody else is getting saved. They listening to this show, this special broadcast, and they going, she's talking about me. She's talking about my life. All right. Who do we got next, ladies and gentlemen? Who do we got? Yes, who do we got next, ladies and gentlemen? All right, all righty then. All right, okay. Who do we got next? All right. Let's bring up the next panelist. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. We are having a jam-packed show. All right. Good morning, Straight Facts. Welcome. I'm all right. I am all right. Boy,
So
oh boy,
what
we
I
didn't
wanted
have a
to do
show.
real quick is just play a couple because that lady said that it was the Democrats that were the mean ones, right?
She did.
So don't allow me to play just a few seconds. You know, I know the rules and stuff, so
Let's
I'll
go.
make sure that I'm appropriate. But I thought it would be worth a listen to hear a few of Trump's words, shall we?
Absolutely.
Okay, here we go. Just a second. Give me a second here.
You graduated either the lowest or almost the lowest in your class. Don't ever use the word smart with me. Don't ever use that word. Oh, give me a break. Because you know what? There's nothing smart about you, Joe.
It's just awfully good that someone with the temperament of Donald Trump is not in charge of the law in our country.
Because you'd be in jail.
Secretary Clinton.
I mentioned food stamps, and that guy who's seriously overweight went crazy. He went crazy. Amazing.
What a stupid question that is. What a stupid question. But I watch you a lot. You ask a lot of stupid questions.
You call women you don't like fat pigs, dogs, slobs, and disgusting animals. Your Twitter account.
Only Rosie O'Donnell. I saw the other night. He couldn't find the stairs off the stage. He's looking. You ever notice he looks like this? He's finished with the speech, which usually lasts no longer than about 3 minutes, because, the medical stuff wears off after 3.
I really don't have to play anymore because I can't stand to hear his funky voice.
Yeah.
So it's so much more worse when you hear it after the fact. Somebody in the comments says he speaks the truth. No, he doesn't. He lies. He's a liar, and he's a nasty liar at that.
Thank you.
Just like Kamala said, he is never talks about what he can do for you. He consistently talks about what you can do for him, what his grievances are. He's talking about grievance politics. That's not what we need as a leader. He's not a comedian.
Nope.
not a show. This is our real lives out here. And just like Takesha just said, he's acting like an 8-year-old. We're tired of it.
Thank you.
Now, you bloggers that
Uh-oh.
jump up in here every day with that mess, talking about what Kamala hasn't done and she's not black. Let me say this.
Go ahead. Get him. Get him.
I was in California, my early 20s. I became a felon. I was convicted of a felony.
Uh-oh.
And I did the Back on Track program.
Oh.
I sure did.
Okay.
And it expunged my record and it has allowed me to be in the position that I am in today. I am in control of millions.
Thank you. Straight facts. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Honesty.
So I just would like to play this video of Kamala in 2006 when she's talking, when she was a DA of San Francisco, and she's talking about her programs and what she does. So, Blogger, I want you guys to listen up really closely.
Thank
this
you.
is for you.
Thank
this
you.
This is for you, Blogger.
First of all, Tavis, I want to thank you for what you've done bringing us together and convening us. We've had a lot of time waiting to come out to talk with each other and bond, and it's an incredible group. The criminal justice system is not working for the African American community. I can tell you as the chief law enforcement officer for a major city in this country that it is not working. We see that in the statistics that you've outlined. 2 million people are in the prison system in this country. Over 40% are African American, in spite of the fact that we only constitute 13% of the general population. It's not working. It's not working when we recognize that African American men, the leading cause of their death is homicide. We are overly represented both as victims and as defendants and as witnesses. Our communities suffer because our babies hear the gunfire every night. So the 7-year-old has post-traumatic stress disorder and cannot go to school the next day and learn. The criminal justice system is not working for us. What I think we have failed to do as a community, however, is own this issue of law enforcement. We talk about these statistics in the context always of it is unfair, it's morally incorrect. Maybe we have learned that from the church. It is morally incorrect. But nobody cares about that. You can look at Katrina. Nobody cares about the fact that we've got a bunch of young black and brown men in prison. That argument is not working. What I suggest we do as African Americans is own this issue in law enforcement and then define it in the way that works for us. Because it is a myth to say that African Americans don't want law enforcement. We do. We want our grandmothers to be able to walk to church and be safe. We want our babies to be able to walk to the park and be safe. What we don't want is racial profiling. What we don't want is excessive force. What we don't want is to have our civil liberties and civil rights be stripped. But we do want law enforcement. So let's define it in the way that works for us by saying, I want community policing. I want a police department that works in my neighborhood and in my community that reflects the mores and the culture and respects my grandmother, again, when they walk in to talk to her. I want a system of accountability in the criminal justice system that says law enforcement needs to own crime prevention as much as it talks about long sentences. Because nationally, only 18% of serious crime results in an arrest. So if I, as law enforcement, with my responsibility to keep you safe, only talk about keeping you safe by sending people to prison for a long time, I'm necessarily going to fall short because the vast majority of that crime's not even hitting my system. So if I'm going to keep my promise to you to keep you safe, I better talk with you about what I'm doing in terms of crime prevention, which means recognizing that people coming out of the state prisons, 60% will recidivate if we don't get them in reentry programs, if we don't get them in job training, job readiness, get them in programs that deal with their substance abuse, get them in meaningful housing and employment so they don't recidivate. We could talk about it in terms of, is it the right thing to do? Of course it is. But I'm done talking about it like that. I'll just talk about it on this basis. If that person commits another crime, I have to spend $10,000 to try that felony. They sit in my county jail for $35,000 a year. I'm running a reentry program out of my office in San Francisco DA's office that brings folks back into the community at an expense of $8,000 a year, guarantees them employment, guarantees them meaningful reunification with their family, and in that way fulfills my responsibility to keep my community safe. So let's redefine this issue. in the context of public safety and just simply talk about doing crime prevention, investing in people coming out of prisons is the smart thing to do for law enforcement. Forget that it's just the right thing to do. It's the smart thing to do.
Now,
wow.
I'm about to turn on my camera, Zeus.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get him.
All of you guys out there,
Will,
including Trump, who sat up and said that she just turned black. This was in 2006. She said, we as African Americans. She talked about a new way of policing, not just locking black men and black women up and people up in general, but stopping the crime before it even happens. You never hear Donald Trump talking about anything like that. You guys sat up here and disparaged this young lady for months and years and said that she hasn't been doing anything. And in actuality, she's been holding up the black community with all of her might.
Wow.
She is a black woman. And she is going to be the president of the United States of America because she has worked in every branch of the government. Each and every branch of the government. Donald Trump could never. So I just gave you guys 2 examples of Donald Trump being ugly to people and Kamala talking about things to help us.
Amen.
And you have the nerve. You have the nerve, boo-hoo, boho, or whatever your name is, to get up here and lie, just like your daddy, about what Trump has said. He's a nasty human being. He's a nasty excuse for a person. He has no business being in the White House ever again.
Amen.
We're not talking about 2 people of the same caliber. We're talking about one person that's out here trying to protect her people and another person that's out here trying to do harm. And you guys are out here trying to piss on our leg and tell us it's raining. We're tired of it.
Amen.
Thank you, Ali Go, for giving that piece of video in my live this morning. That was some precious information.
Thank you.
I posted it on my site. You can get it, grab it, screenshot it however you want, pass it around, show everybody.
Amen.
Kamala didn't just become black. She's been black.
Amen. Go ahead, Straight Facts. Let them know.
I'm tired of having to worry about my granddaughter growing up in a world and surfing the internet where people are going to be talking about her African American features. I'm tired of you guys coming out here and disparaging black women specifically and women altogether.
Amen.
It's not my fault that your little pee-pee couldn't get a Kamala. That's not our fault. It's not our fault that you're not seeing in the government the things that you want because you didn't put into the government. You're not out here voting. And then you have the audacity to get up on these panels and disparage the people that are. We are saving America. We saved it in 2020 and we're going to save it again in 2024.
Amen.
We did that.
Amen.
We saved your America. And then you have the audacity to talk about us like we're dogs.
Wow.
No, you're the dog. And you're soon going to see that who you will not mess with is an educated black woman.
Woo!
And those are straight facts.
Woo!
Have the day that y'all deserve.
Thank you.
I truly appreciate it.
Show Straight Facts some love, ladies and gentlemen. Will, I hope you're listening to all of these folks coming up here, Will. All right? Updating your software, updating your hard drive. All right? You've clearly been led astray because you've been taking in too many of Donald Trump's lies. We're not playing this time. We know Trump's game. We know his MO. And we're right here playing defense. And it's some of the best defense I've ever seen in order to protect this democracy. You Trump supporters, y'all really gotten yourselves into a nasty, nasty situation. I see some Trump supporters out there. They're triggered right now. Maybe you didn't hear my message at the top of the show.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now.
Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
And I do mean that. Aren't we all tired of hearing Donald Trump and his supporters just complain about how terrible this country is? Aren't we all tired of it? What the heck is keeping you here in the United States? You don't trust the government. Why still be here? Makes no sense to me. Why go vote? Don't vote, Trump supporters. Please don't vote. All right. Let me bring up my next panelist. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. We got one heck of a show. Good morning, Shay. How are you doing? I gotta turn the air conditioning on. Please continue.
Okay. Yeah, it's getting hot in here. Yeah, so man, straight facts. And that was amazing, girl. You just dropped it. And I hope that what she dropped really did with how many people, over 1,000 people in here, that you heard that. She killed the narrative that Kamala Harris is not a black woman, that she's never been black, she's always done all this stuff, and that she's done nothing for the black community. And I just hope you heard it, and I hope you understood it. And because I think that we have to squash that narrative because it's BS. I mean, it's complete BS. So straight facts, way to go, girl. That was awesome. I mean, we fight these narratives all the time. And then you have what's her face in here boo-hooing, right? About people being cruel to her, right? She can't take the criticism, but yet she's voting for a man that criticizes and calls people names from the minute he rolled down that golden escalator. Lion, loser,
All right, I'm back. All right, I'm back.
Yes.
All right, what did I miss? I'm so sorry.
I just was giving straight facts, straight up props for
Straight facts. Let's turn it up. Let's go. Thank you, Shay. She did an excellent job.
That was phenomenal because we keep fighting this narrative that she was never black. She turned black. Of course, the ex-president of the United States is pushing that stupid narrative. And she just brought it. And we always hear that about, she locked up more black men, or she's never done anything for the black people. And I was like, I'm hoping out of the 1,000 people that are listening in here, please spread the word, get that video out, because we've got to kill this dumb narrative. It's like, they feel like Kamala Harris was hatched in July,
Yeah.
like she came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And I'm like, any of you that feel that way, like your past, Trump supporter that was up here boo-hooing about everybody's so mean.
She was crying and saying that the hate on both sides and it was a heart. I really do believe she was in pain, but I don't think she was being honest about the source of the pain. That's what I thought about that.
I love that. Then that's exactly right. Listen, we are all tired. We're all tired.
Oh, Will's back. Oh, sorry, Shay.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Q-Dog want to talk to you, Will.
Oh, good. Yeah, I hope they do. They need to have a discussion because I hope that Will heard Straight Facts' video. Out of Kamala Harris's own mouth, this is her history. We know this about her. And those of you that don't know her and feel like she was hatched in July, you have been in a cloud of misinformation. You have buried your head because you're like, I'm so mad that my king didn't win. I'm just not going to pay attention to anything the Biden administration does, what they achieve, who Kamala Harris is. And then you guys act like we just put her in place and we're just these sheep going, yay, we're praying to Kamala Harris now. No.
Yeah.
We all knew who Kamala Harris was. When he picked her for his VP, we all understood where she came from, what she stood for, that she was a black woman, that she was a prosecutor, and she was a senator. Like, we knew this about her. So we're like,
amen.
She's the next answer for us in this country, whether you like it or not. But stop boo-hooing about, you guys are so mean to me, and pick out what you see that Trump is nothing but lying and attacking, calling Kamala Harris dumb, all of this stuff, attacking her intelligence because he knows that she's brilliant. So that's his only attack on her. Stop calling her a communist, which is so stupid. She's a capitalist.
Yeah.
She's a moderate. She's a capitalist. She wants to put Republicans in her cabinet.
And that's what makes it clear that she's not about the divisiveness, right? She's proving to MAGA every day, and not just MAGA, all Americans, that she is willing to work with anyone that loves this country.
Yeah. Yeah. She really has a vision for this country. And that's what Joe says. You know, they're not the same people. So everybody like, well, why didn't she do this? I'm like, they're not the same people. They believe differently. I'm sure her and Biden had some hard talks about certain things.
Yeah.
You know, that you don't understand. It's like, do you give Mike Pence any credit for what you think Donald Trump achieved?
They should give Mike Pence all of the things that they're trying to give Trump credit for, because Trump never worked. He just sat on social media all day. All right, and lied and attacked the United States. Thank you so much, Sue.
How are you voting for someone you supposedly love this country so much, but that man hates this country? The way he talks about our country is so degrading.
Yeah.
We're horrible. We're a third world country. We got criminals and violent. I mean, it's just what?
Yeah, and then they get out here and they still worship him and attack the vice president.
Yeah.
You guys are. That's why we call them a bunch of traitors. Seditionist, treasonous traitor. What do you have to say, Shay, about them saying this information about Bob Woodward and the Russia thing? Trump hooking Vladimir Putin up with COVID supplies and hiding it from the American people. What do you have to say about that?
That was disgusting. I mean, I just can't even imagine President of the United States sending out our needed COVID test. But meanwhile, talking about the fact that, oh, well, the COVID numbers are high because we keep testing too much. What? Do y'all remember that?
Yep.
It's only high because we keep testing too much. That makes no sense.
So let's send over some of the tests to Vladimir Putin.
Get rid of all that. Plus, on the phone call with him 6 or 7 times when he's not the president of the United States. Got to wonder what he shared with him, what he talked to him about. Also, all those Bibles, over 150,000 Patriot Bibles, Trump Bibles, were printed and made in China. How is he America first if he's printing all this nonsense and he's selling you and grifting you on, but he's making it in China, but he's not making it here, but yet he gets on the stage saying he's going to bring everybody back here, you know, and punish John Deere, just like he did with Harley Davidson, and just, you know, talk about that when manufacturing just crashed underneath Trump. And you guys you're not looking at any of the numbers. You just believe everything he says.
Amen.
Like, it's crazy. Anyway, I've taken enough time. I just wanted to give Straight Facts those props. She did an excellent job there. And you guys just get the word out.
All right. Well, this is Shay.
You guys in Florida. My prayers to you.
Our prayers out to the folks in Florida that are actually, you know, doing something to try to get out of that situation, all right, and not bashing the government.
Yeah, I've been through it, and it just, it's awful. So my heart is with them today.
All right.
Love you guys in the kingdom. Thank you so much. And
we love you too. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to the beautiful Shay. No lies detected. All right. Let me see something real quick here. Where is Will at? Will, where are you at, Will? Come on back up here. I want to make sure I let you and Q Dog have your moment, all right? Because I want to see the conversion. I want to see the change. Will, where are you at? All right, we don't got all morning, Will. Come on up here. You came up here and you tore your drawers. We want to hear from you, all right? Will, where are you at? Somebody please page Will. Will, MAGA Demon, please send Zeus a guest request. All right, we don't got all morning, Will. You just requested Q. All right, I got you. I saw Will in the chat. He came in here, but he don't want. I guess he don't. I guess he doesn't want to talk to you, Q. Okay, because all he has to do is use his fingers and put a 1 in the chat, and he can do it. All right, and come, yeah. Come on, Will. You got up here. You thought you were just having a conversation with Zeus, but you didn't understand your words were reaching a lot of people. And now folks want to give you some feedback. Oh my goodness. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I can see. Okay, Will, I'm going to give you a few more seconds, Will. We don't got all morning. All right. Will, you know who you are. CEO, whatever his name was. Will. Somebody find Will and pin his pin. I can't say it. See, this is how you know Will know he's wrong. Because it's like when you were a kid, right? And you got in trouble, right? And you knew you made a mistake. Guess what you did? They call your name. Where you at? I don't want to be around because I know what's coming next. All right. So this is what we're seeing up here, ladies and gentlemen. We got a bunch of folks hiding all of a sudden. Will, shame on you, Will. I was gonna let you and him, you and Q Dog, have a man-to-man conversation. All right, because you asked this morning. He came into my chat. He said, Zeus, help me get out of the cult. And it didn't work. All right, well, listen, ladies and gentlemen, keep your eyes and your ears open for Will. All right, if he pops up in here again, go ahead and pin his comment. We want to hear from him. Nutty, good morning, Nutty. How are you doing, brother?
Zeus.
Yes,
Listen,
sir.
listen. We're brothers from a different mother.
Amen.
I have to call you out today because I think you're wrong. I think you're being a misogynist. I think you're being rude. Because
A lot of big words for you.
yeah, I know, right? And so the fact that Mo, whatever her name was, the fact she was correct. We don't like the tone of Trump, but we're still gonna vote for him because we want a lollipop and we want to suck on the lollipop. And so the fact is that look at these comments down here. Look how rude they're being to me, Zeus. I mean, can you please stop them? Will you stop? Will you tell them to stop being rude to me? I can vote for whomever I want to vote for, Zeus.
No.
Like, why are they being so rude to me, Zeus? Like, seriously, like.
This is some good acting right here. Come on.
I'm hurt right now because
Tell him, Sue.
people are being mean to me for no reason just because of who I vote for. Why is that? Why can't we come together? I want a kumbaya. Why can't we just hold hands and sing at the campfire and eat s'mores? Why, Zeus?
Why they gotta be s'mores, huh? What you got?
Well, because you gotta have a little chocolate in there somewhere. But why, Zeus? I'm like, I don't understand why people are so rude. Because when I talked about when Trump talked about possibly sleeping with his daughter, of course it was just a joke, and he's just not good at joking. But your side, your left side, y'all say the meanest things. Like you
What?
all are just deranged.
What's the meanest thing you've heard the folks on the left say?
That Kamala.
Oh.
Well, but see, Kamala's not black. So let's talk about that. Why can't we talk about that? Why is it that she just all of a sudden she was like your side didn't even get a chance to vote for her, and she's all of a sudden the candidate for the what's it called the president. Yeah, that's it.
You crashing out. You're crashing out a lot, man. We can't get nowhere.
I mean, and the border. Let's the border.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
It's like 13 million people came across the border since last month. Like, seriously, let's talk about the border.
That's what they got going on.
I want a country that is safe, Zeus.
Oh, well,
I want a country that is safe. We can't have 16 million people coming over in a matter of 3 months. You know?
No, I don't know.
Like,
where are you getting all that knowledge and expertise and information from, Nutty? Thank you for the subscription.
I researched my own information.
Oh, wow. Well, it's flat out wrong, and it's a bunch of lies.
It's not. I checked it. I checked it, and you can go on Facebook and you can see it. like you're. Why are you laughing at me? I think you're so rude. You're the rudest host on the internet. You are so rude.
They said I'm rude.
You are so rude, sir.
I've let you say everything.
No, you are so rude. I'm sitting here trying to have a conversation with you. I'm trying to have a conversation with you and come together as Americans.
Nope.
And what about the Democrats? They're not helping people in North Carolina.
Oh, crap. Wow. Woo! Sir.
But you're okay with sending all the money to Ukraine and Israel.
Hey. That's hitting a little too close to home, Nutty. That's serious. What you're doing is dangerous. To be quite honest, you know too much. You know too much, Nutty. You're dangerous.
I just don't understand why people are so against Trump. Like, I like where we were 4 years ago. I like where we were because we were locked down in our homes, and we had reefers in the streets of New York acting as makeshift morgues. I like that.
Are there any Trump supporters out there that agree with this guest right here? Any
like
Trump
that.
supporters out there that agree with Nutty? Put a one in the chat.
Our economy was the great. What about the fact that
No.
Donald Trump has done more for black people than anybody else?
Any Trump supporters agreeing with this guest? I want to talk to you because see, this is serious stuff right now. This seems this is unprecedented to be quite. Oh, look.
And Will was right. Will was right. So I don't understand why you keep talking about Will. And Q Dog, you can cue your dog all the way home because Will was right. Will was absolutely right.
Woo!
Like, what is wrong with you people? What is wrong with you people? I don't understand.
Oh, this is all kinds of crime and corruption going on in this box. Hey, Nutty, you chose
fake.
violence this morning.
That was fake. That was fake news because Donald Trump didn't commit any crimes. And yes, even though I like Mike Pence, we can't always accept the word of Mike Pence because everybody says anything for their own profit. And Mike Pence could have sent it back to the states. You know how our president
Lord have mercy
sent Roe back to the states. Mike Pence could have done the same thing.
Wow. Now, this is what MAGA has done. Right here. A good man right here. Nutty used to be a good person. But this morning, with just so many of the lies, this is what it came down to.
So there's only so long I can act dumb. So listen.
Woo! That's pretty much everything that's happened this show.
But is that not exactly what they have said? Is that not exactly what? And yes, we're laughing about it. We're laughing about it. But you are correct, sir. It is so freaking dangerous. All the mis and disinformation that goes out over these airwaves.
Yeah.
And the fact that you want to bring up hurricane relief. You keep lying because Donald Trump tells you. When you bring out dis and misinformation, you're costing lives, folks.
Yep.
Because there's people out there listening to that garbage. And it's people on your side.
Yeah.
And here I am in this box telling you to stop it so their lives can be saved. I'm talking literally saved, even though they need a saving from Jesus as well. They're not going to get FEMA to help because they think FEMA's going to take their property. The devil is a lie.
Amen.
Like, if you want to stay in the disaster zone and you don't want to get out when you were warned to get out, don't call for help when you need it. Because there are human beings that's going to have to come to your rescue, and you're putting their life at danger. So I don't care who you are. Get mad at me for saying what I'm saying.
Go for it.
Don't heed the warnings and getting out when you have the time. Don't come back complaining and saying, woe is me, please help me. You are on your own.
Yeah. There's an old saying, play with fire, you get burned. You make your bed hard, you gotta sleep in it.
Now,
right?
I think I've taken up my time. Q-Dog, you know I was just messing with you, brother. But that's seriously, it's everything that we're hearing from these people. The audacity, caucasity of that woman to say that she doesn't like what people are saying about her, but yet she's voting for the very architect of rudeness, of calling names, making fun of disabled people. You don't have to be part of the LGBTQI community in order to say, you know what, they deserve human rights. You don't have to be part of that community in order to know that they deserve human rights because they're human beings. You put more credence to a freaking dog and cat over human beings. The devil is a lie. So guess what? Eat all the dogs and cats you want. Eat them all. I don't care about them. I care about human lives.
Thank you. See, y'all done got Nutty activated this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, show Nutty some love, all right? Let's give him a round of applause. No lies detected. I must say it. I have some of the best people out here on TikTok helping to support this show because, you know, what I don't do, y'all do an excellent job doing it. I just want to thank all of you. Seriously. But on another note, ladies and gentlemen, Will, there he is right there. Wait a second. There he is right there. Oh, Will, send Zeus a guest request again. Because, see, I can't even send you an invite. Oh, yeah. I'm going to make an exception for you. Will, won't you send Zeus an invite? Come on back. Send Zeus a guest request, Will. Okay, there he is. Okay, there you go. All righty then. We're going to let you.
There you go.
You and Q Dog. Q Dog said he wanted to minister to you. Hopefully he can get you out of the.
Preach it.
Good morning.
Mr. Will. How you doing today? Man, I'm fabulous, Mr. Q Dog.
Did you hear anything that I said earlier today?
No, sir. I was bothering somebody else on another live, but I'm open for you to enlighten me.
Okay. We both are black men on this panel. You agree?
Yeah, maybe so. I agree.
Okay. I heard everything that you said, and it quite bothered me, man. Let me ask you a question: Is your grandmother, your mother, are they still alive?
Nah, my mother is, but my grandmother isn't. But I don't. You know, that's kind of personal, but. Go ahead.
No, well, I want to get a little personal with you because some of the stuff that you were saying, bro, me as a single black father, I took it personal. I'm a member of Omega Psi Phi fraternity. If you know what that is, I'm quite sure. You may know, you may not know. We are a fraternity of not only black men, majority black men. We have white tea brothers, we have Asian brothers, we have all walks of life. We embrace them when they come into our brotherhood. And I wanted to get back on here to embrace you with some of the stuff that you were saying, man. Now, Trump has in the past, and I'm gonna just go to this point. Did you see the video of Sonia Massey?
No.
You got. I need you hear me out. I need you to take a second to just. All you got to do is YouTube, or pull up the video.
Sonya,
pull up the video.
Yeah.
Sonya.
No, wait. Yeah, I seen that. I'm very
Okay. You saw that.
I 100% disagree. And hey, look, I ain't no police fan. If you coming with that angle, I don't even think we should. Man, hell no.
Okay. So have you gotten a chance? Since you came on earlier, have you gotten a chance to go on my fraternity brother, Benjamin Crump? You know who he is?
No, sir.
Okay. He's an attorney. He's a civil rights attorney that fights for the rights of every last one of the unalived black people that have been unalived by police. Not only that, he's on a case with the white tea brother that was unalived, that had asthma. And the police unalived him, and he needed help. He was having a seizure attack. Okay. You didn't hear me earlier today. There was a brother that I was taught that I was on a live, and he was telling the story that he was driving down the street and was stopped by the police. It was a female black officer. Okay. He was profiled not by himself, but by his car, the description of his car. She heard it on the radio and got to him as soon as she could, because she heard a group of white police officers. And I'm gonna say this: a lot of these triple Ks and Proud Boys and YT supremacy, they turned in those white sheets and hooded sheets for police officer uniforms, for judge uniforms, for attorneys in court. And you're the one that be facing them when the situation of the brother that was just unalived by lethal injection. And all because somebody lied. He spent, I don't know how many years in prison as an innocent person. And when it came to the point of showing proof that he was not guilty of that unaliving of that white woman, YT woman, they didn't hear it. The courts didn't hear it, and they still unalived him as a black man. Now, going back to the traffic stop, It was like 6 police cruisers came up, all white YT police officers with their hands on their pew-pew, because we have to keep it clean on TikTok. But you know what I'm talking about.
Bro.
Ready to jump out. Hear me out. Hear me out. I need you to hear me, brother. I need you to hear me. As a black man, I need you to hear me.
But I'm sympathizing with you. I'm with
okay,
you.
and I get what you're saying, but just hear me out. No, listen to me, brother.
Bro.
Brother, no heavy lifting. I just need you to listen to another black man so you can understand what I'm talking about. When you're talking about voting for Trump, this man wants to give immunity to police officers like this. These folks came out. She immediately, stand down. This is my stop. Stand down. She's pointing at every last one of these officers that had their hands on a pew-pew. They stopped him because his description of his car was a description of a hit and run. His car had no damage whatsoever. This is a man that was on a live telling this story about his personal experience. This ain't no fake news. Stand down. This is my stop. And she told him at the beginning of the stop, I'm glad I got here. And he was confused and did not know why she was saying this. When she told them to stand down and they finally dispersed, he said, what's going on? Why? I'm confused. Why did you say that you're glad you were here? She said, because I heard them gathering up. They were ready to put you down. They were in a group. Your grandmother, your mother, your great-grandmothers. My parents are gone. I lost my dad in 2020 due to COVID. When Trump was saying that it was a hoax. I saw my father, 6'6", 280 pounds, dwindle down to a small man. I'm 6'11", 270. I'm crying next to my father's bedside. Telling my father to fight, man. Fight. I'm tired. They sent him home. He was in the hospital a week before his birthday, January 31st, 2020. He was in the hospital a week before with pneumonia and fluid in his lungs. He was there to the beginning of March. He couldn't swallow, so they had to administrate IV into his body to administrate the medicine into his body. He was feeling better. They sent him home. 2 days later, he had pneumonia and fluid back in his lungs. They gave up on my father. They said, the medicine's not working. Prepare for end of life. Wait, whoa, what? They didn't know what was going on. All along, this man, COVID's a hoax. COVID's a hoax. I seen my father where his voice went to a whisper. I'm tired, son. I'm tired. I'm ready to go home with your mama. My mama was gone a year before I moved to Atlanta, 2002. I thought that was one of the worst days of my life till I saw my father. And I had to put my father in the ground. Oh, wow. Trump's still saying, it's a hoax. It's a hoax. When you're voting for Trump, this man has come out of his mouth to say, I am going to give police immunity. As a black man on this panel, as a black man in the United States, you should not even utter his name, because guess what? You're going to get the wrong racist white tea person, and they come in all shapes, forms, and fashions. It's not just white when it comes to police. They're itching. Just like January 6th. Them Proud Boys came to the Capitol. Them Triple Ks came to the Capitol itching to unalive anybody that was not looking like them. And do you have kids, brother?
Yeah, I know, but when I want
to. No, I just answer the question. I don't want to. I know you got. I'm gonna give you your time. I just answer the question. Do you have kids, brother?
I have kids.
So at this point in time, it's not just your life or what you want in life. It's about your kids. Just imagine a racist white tee officer come in your house, there's an incident take place, and the same thing that happened to Sonia Massey happens to your baby. Think about it. Close your eyes and imagine I'm going to that movie, A Time to Unalive. I'm like I say, I'm using it as TikTok friendly. You seen that Samuel L. Jackson movie?
Yeah, of course.
Just imagine the situation with Sonia Massey happened to your baby, and you can't do a damn thing about it.
No, I'll do something about it.
No. Because you would be the next hashtag if you did. That's what I'm trying to tell you, brother. I'm trying to tell you, we're trying to save black lives and lives that are not white T supremacy and triple Ks and so forth. I want to say it, but I have to be TikTok friendly. You need to think, brother, before you speak, because your words can cause actions that you don't want to see. My daughter, my baby, that was born on the same day as my deceased mother, just turned 13. She's 6'1". As a father, I'm 100 with you if something was to happen to my child. But guess what? You can't stop it. They will make an excuse on what happened with you, and you gone. You can't speak for yourself to say, no, that's not what happened. No, they came in my house and they just unloaded just like they did on Sonia Massey. You can't say it because you're gone. You're hashtag now. Now your family has to fight for you because you put words into play for this man to be in office. This man is dangerous, brother. I've never spoken about anybody else that ever been a president in the United States or whatnot. Everybody's not going to do the right thing, but this man is dangerous. All he wants is power. And the reason why I asked Zeus to bring you back up so I can educate you as a black man. I want you to hear me. I want it to sink in, because my father, he was born in 1935. He saw everything that we are going through now. Lived it. He was born in Alabama. The same streets that Martin Luther King walked. Any black person that come on this panel or any panel that says, yes, I'm voting for Trump for their own selfish reasons, you might as well go to every civil rights leader that walked the face of this earth for our freedom, for our justice, and spit on their grave. Because that's what you're telling them. I want Trump. You ain't no billionaire. Only people that he's trying to benefit is the people like Elon Musk. That all these black folks come out here and buy that ugly ass truck that he got out here looking like Roblox. I know about Roblox. My daughter plays it all the time. It's a square box, but they spending hundreds of thousands of dollars lining his pockets, and at the same breath, just thank you, Ian. Appreciate your money. He'll call you in right soon as you give him the check.
Yeah.
He don't care about that. He's Trump's buddy. So, like I say, I know you had a conversation with Zeus and y'all were back and forth, but sometimes that's what I do as a member of Omega Psi Phi fraternity. I mentor not to young people, I mentor to my brothers and sisters. I mentor to anybody who is willing to listen. They don't have to be black. There's a lot of them in this chat right about now. You're going to have people that's going to think and say what they want to say. But when you let hatred, bigotry, and evilness overtake your thinking process, you're just as dangerous as that man that's trying to get back in office. He don't give a damn about policy. He don't give a damn about what VP Harris is doing. He don't give a damn about anybody in Congress, because at the end of the day, Congress makes the decisions on everything that goes through the president's office. And we know that, but we ignore the fact because we don't like a certain person. You got to take it beyond that. This is about survival right about now. It's not about closing the border or putting proper people in place to make sure that everything aligns in the presidential election and after the presidential election. This is survival. Because if that man gets into office, I guarantee you, every corrupt police office in the United States, they're going to be like game day on the football field. Yeah. And you know how they do when they get ready to take the field.
Look, I understand you're very passionate, but man, I need you to learn a few things about me that'll shock you and that you may not know. All right, let me tell you, I'm a pillar in my community. Mm-hmm. I live in a situation where I'm the one that goes down to these police departments and tell these sergeants, to respect people's rights around here. I have cameras all around my house, and I go and show these cops how they pull people over and make them get out of their car and violating people's rights. Mm-hmm. And I think you have a false impression about me. And first of all, I don't agree with nothing that had happened with Syed Massey, any of the other brothers and sisters that lost their life. For any reason you thinking I'm for that, you're disconnected. And respectfully, and I'm
not saying you personally.
No, wait 1 second. I listen to you, brother. I listen to you right now. We're doing a big humanitarian. I'm a developer. We're building low-income housing in Belgrade right now that look like a third world country. Mm-hmm. We bringing the police staff. We bringing the police force in there, and we letting them know up front. Hey, these are people's rights. This is what you're going to do. This is how you're going to do it. We designated as the master developers there. And let me tell you, I know I feel the pain out there.
Let me ask you.
I've been false. Hold on.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Hold on 1 second. For what you just said to me, it's great about everything you're doing. You're putting it out on a platter. You're silver lining it with silverware, and you got wine glasses, everything. But when you present it, you're not presenting on a silver platter. You're presenting on a garbage can lid.
That's fine.
Because hold on 1 second. Because it's all great and fine what you're doing. Listen to what I'm saying. It's all great and fine what you're doing. But what about those racist cops that don't give a damn about what you're doing?
Oh, you know what?
No. Listen to me, brother. Listen to me. They don't give a damn about what you're doing. You could do everything the right way of what you're telling me on this live right now. But if you present it to the right person, yeah, they're gonna listen. But what about them group of racist cops that we ain't trying to hear anything. Listen to me, brother.
Take them out.
They're not listening to anything this end is saying because all they see is your black face.
We take them out. You hear me?
How do you take them out? Have they been in place? Listen to me, brother. They've been in place since slavery. They've been in place. Listen to me. They've been in place since slavery. Have you ever seen listen to me, brother? Have you ever seen the badge that they created when runaway slaves were in play?
Listen,
it was regular mojos, hillbilly mojos in the backwoods that they gave these badges to.
Look,
and if you see them running, guess what? Put a bullet in their head. They didn't care about who was right, and Massa don't want them hurt. Massa don't bring them back to the slave plantation. Massa don't want them hurt. They didn't care about that. Did they do that with Kunta Kinte? They chopped off his foot. Well, that's what I'm trying to get you to understand, brother. No matter what you say, what you do is going to fall on deaf ears when it comes to racist people.
Okay, fine. That's fine. So how can you anticipate me to respect you when you can't even listen to me for a second?
I've been listening to you, but you haven't given me no substance, brother. You gave me a lot of stuff that I want to eat.
You say you're a
guess
mentor,
what?
right?
It's presented on a garbage can lid.
Yeah, well, that's your opinion.
No, it's not an opinion. It's facts of everybody that's in this live.
I know
Why
what I'm
do
doing
you
for my
think?
community.
Listen to me, brother. Why do you think that Zeus had me come back up out of 1,600 people in his life? Why do you think he had me try to talk to you and get it through your head that what you're telling me And I'm gonna put it to you point blank plain.
I do it
Some
in
people
action.
that you can reach, some people you can't. I said what I said, but some people you can't get it to through their thick skull until it actually happens to them.
Sir, it happened to me. So what you talking about?
So if it happened to you, why are you still for this man that
Because-
wants it to continue to happen to you?
Look, do you even know how the law works? He have no influence over state operations.
I'm an educated black man from an HBCU.
Okay,
alumni,
well,
Albany State University.
Let me
You understand what I'm saying?
A federal president.
My
has no
GPA was
jurisdiction.
3.9.
A president have no jurisdiction over local police departments. That's
Will,
a state.
Exactly.
Hold on.
And
So Will,
qualified immunity.
hold on.
When you violate somebody's rights, okay, you have federal rights that protect you.
Will, give me a second. Give me a
Listen to
second.
Zeus for a second.
Give me a
brother.
second. So, the reason that I wanted both of you to come up here is because I think the conversation needed to be had. Obviously, my opinions and beliefs they align more with Q in terms of the danger that Donald Trump and his supporters present to the United States of America, and especially to us as men and women out here, especially men and women of color. Why are you having a hard time processing the fact that his words and his behavior mean bad? Because it's almost like if you're really doing the work you're saying, and I'm just paying attention, observing, right? I don't necessarily have any allegiance to anybody, but I'm listening to this and I'm going, okay, so you're out here and you're anti-racist, correct?
Hey,
Will, are you
Kamala
anti-racist?
was the only cop out of the two candidates.
No, brother, that's not the question.
No, I don't give a damn. She put a lot of bros in jail.
You keep
charges.
talking. Did you just
No. Look,
listen
you
to me,
talking
Will?
about a candidate.
Will,
Look,
did you
listen to
just
me now.
not say
No,
that
listen
it
to me
was?
now.
Hold on. So you just contradicted yourself. You just said that the vice president, has no ruling over local.
She was district
police.
attorney.
No. Listen, local policing, right? The district
Attorney
attorney
General.
is there to try the trial after they were arrested from the police, whether they were crooked or not.
She said it
Wait a minute, hold
She
on.
was a
It
cop.
had to go to court first.
She got a
they had to be
9mm.
arrested before it went to court.
But she's the top cop.
But Will, you're skipping what he's saying.
Brother.
I don't care what he's saying.
He's
now,
saying,
because
okay,
look,
but do you understand that
you couldn't
before
acknowledge she was a top cop?
Will, before
How many 600 cases
Will
of black people falsely accused?
Will, we get it.
And
She
you
was the
wanna try
top
to
cop.
lecture me?
Will, she was the top cop according to you. Will, she was the top
That's
cop.
what the attorney general is, the top cop.
Okay.
Go look it up. She
But
said
Will,
it
I
out
have a
her own
question. Will, I have a question. Is she pulling the people over, or is there other?
Now you excusing it.
No, I just.
it's not an excuse.
What? That's what Q
It's a
Dog
chain
is
of
trying to
command.
help you understand. It's
What's a chain of command? Now you say
She's
you
a
a
part of the
CEO.
problem.
Hold on, Will.
I have
You
to
said
do
you a
this because y'all don't
CEO
let me
of your
talk.
company, right? You say you a CEO of your company, right?
Damn, yeah.
Do you let your employees overrule your judgment?
No,
Do you
they
let
do
them
not.
make a decision about your company?
Certain people.
Yes,
do.
no.
I have
It's a
COOs
yes or
and
no
CFOs.
question.
Yes,
Do
I
you
do.
let your employees make a decision about your company and what money's coming to your company?
Well, I have C-level people partners.
That's not
so
the question,
yes.
brother. You're deflecting from the question.
I'm not deflecting. You
Okay,
asked me a
so
question.
do you have, let me put it to you a better way so you can understand what I'm saying to you. Do you have entry-level employees making decisions on the executive level?
No, because they know where.
Okay, no. That's it right there.
That's it.
So that's it. So the police, when they arrest you for whatever reason, and we know that a lot of times they arrest you and they'll make up charges. It's happened for years. They'll come up with charges, just like this brother that was just executed. What state was that, Zeus?
Wasn't that Missouri?
That was in
Marcellus
Missouri.
Williams?
The same state. Hold on. The same state with George Floyd. Okay? They executed him after they put him in prison, and then years later, They had substantial evidence showing that he was not even at the crime. But guess what? They still executed him.
And it was
They
wrong.
pleaded with the family of the victim pleaded with the Supreme Court to
Minnesota was George
give a
Floyd.
stay of execution. They still did what they wanted to do. This is what we're trying to get you to understand as a black man.
I
No
do
matter what you
understand
do in this world as a black man, I don't care how much education you have,
the
how much
Democrats own the black
stop and
population?
listen, brother. No heavy lifting.
No, do the
No,
Democrats own the black
listen to
population?
me,
I'm
brother.
asking you a question. You ain't answer not one
No,
of my
no,
questions.
because your questions are frivolous.
Okay, well, then your whole point is just obsolete.
All I can say, brother.
Yeah,
I
man.
did-
No,
I-
look. Hey, sir.
All
look,
I can
man,
say is,
I
Zeus,
listened to you.
I did my
respect you.
duty. That is best.
I
Leave
listen
unto
to you,
the
but
Lord
when you
the
tell
rest.
me my words mean nothing.
I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna say it again so you get a clear understanding. Because
He can
right
try
now
all
you're
he
getting
want. He can try all day.
emotional.
I'm a grown man.
I did my duty as it's best.
I'm a grown man.
I'm gonna leave unto
At
the
the end of the
Lord
day.
the rest.
Amen,
brother. You got some serious thinking to do because you
Well,
got
you
got
supporting the
kids.
top cop.
You
so
got
good luck with
kids.
that. Go,
You got
I do
kids,
have
brother.
kids. Yeah, but she put more people in jail than Trump did. So go ahead and
the next time, hold on. The next time you get pulled over, and your kids are pulled out the car
Thank you,
and put it
Angel.
on the curb in handcuffs, you think about this conversation I had,
I ain't gonna
and
think
how
about
I
nothing,
tried
'cause it
to
ain't gonna
educate
happen.
you, and how I tried to. How I
It
tried to
ain't
come
gonna
to
happen.
you on the emotional
So
side.
every cop is a
as a brother.
Republican.
But
Every cop is a
obviously, brother,
Republican.
you're gone. You are
No,
gone.
you're gone.
No,
And
brother.
what you
Nah,
advising
brother.
these people
Nah, brother.
is wrong.
I'm a black educated
listen.
father.
No, you're a black.
And I'm gonna think about my
racist
baby
baiter.
before I think about anybody else, and that's
You're a black
including you.
racist baiter. That's
wait. So here we are. So Will, for the sake of this conversation, I do appreciate that you were willing to come back up here, honestly,
but when you
and be a part of the show because this is
bro.
all right.
Listen to this garbage.
Well,
That's garbage. He's
it's
speaking
your
garbage.
choice.
Okay.
It's your choice, but you're
Well, it's
running
your
from the
choice,
truth.
brother, and my emphasis is on a garbage lid, and everything that I do for my community.
That
is on
went
a
over your
garbage
head.
lid.
Out of this
And-
whole
and I built
out of this
houses
whole
on
conversation, all you
no
heard was
income, and
garbage
he
lid.
tell me that my
Will.
efforts is garbage.
Will, let me talk to you
Out
real
of
quick.
everything
Will,
I said,
Will,
the
Will,
only thing
Will,
you heard was garbage lid.
Will, hold on. Will, what do you think we are trying to communicate to you? Even if you disagree with it, what do you think we're trying to? Because you can validate somebody's, beliefs without agreeing with them, based on what you've heard me say, what you've heard Q Dog say, what you've seen in the comment sections. What do you think we're trying to communicate to you?
First of all, I don't like dirty, nasty cops. You hear me? And
But
I
that's
don't
not the
like what they're
question.
doing to the black community.
Wait,
I
Will. If
But
you're
I
not
go
going to
do
answer the
something about it.
questions, why not answer the question?
Lord,
Go ahead.
I just asked you, what do you think we're trying to communicate to you? Whether you agree with it or
vote
not.
for Trump. That's what you are communicating to me.
That's-
I'm gonna pray for you, brother. And I'm gonna pray for your
Because he's
children. I'm
talking
gonna
about
pray
we
for
on
your
the same
children.
page with the cops, but you won't
If you-
hear me on
no,
that.
you're not. No, you're not. Because if
See,
you on the
now
same
you
page,
tell it- now you- because I'm voting for Trump.
Stop for a minute, brother.
I like
stop.
cops.
Just stop. Listen, I'm not saying all police are bad, but guess what? The bad ones make it bad for the good ones.
Exactly.
Okay.
And those the
So
ones, brother,
here's
once
the
you-
thing. Here's the
once
thing.
you
What
come
I'm
with
here's
me
the thing.
and
What
help
I'm
get rid of these
Here's the
jokers.
thing. What I'm trying to say to you, and what I said before. A lot of these officers, these cops that came on board, they used to wear them triple K white.
And I
sheets.
agree with you.
Okay, so if you know that these men follow what Trump says and is willing to do anything that he says, why would you vote for somebody that is willing to put you and your family at risk?
Oh,
that's what we're
The
trying
answer,
to
Will. Let me answer it for you, Will. It don't make sense for you to do it. Cut it out.
doesn't.
That's what we're trying to help you understand.
this is all-
You're the work you're doing, and I believe it's great work. You're basically contradicting yourself to the people out here looking at you that want to support the work you're
No,
doing.
but because I'm voting for Trump, that's the only difference.
It's not that you vote for
He's
Trump.
not
It's-
listening
you're
to me.
You're voting for a person who.
Listen, Kamala did it too, but you give her in the past an excuse.
I'm gonna
She was never a cop,
I'm gonna
bro.
tell you this. I'm gonna
She
tell you
was
this.
never a cop.
I'm gonna tell you this.
She said it on Oprah. I got a 9mm.
What is your side? Are you
No,
Democrat
listen.
or are you Republican?
No, I'm independent.
You independent. Okay. So pretty much Republicans and independent people, some independent people vote for Trump, whatnot. Did you got a lot of research to do, brother.
Bro,
Let me ask you this question. Let me ask you a question. Did you ever go by the interview he did in I believe it was 1986? I'm talking about Trump.
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. Let me enlighten you. Let me enlighten you. And this is facts.
Listen,
This
I'm
is
not
no
voting for
fake news.
Harris, so-
This was coming out of his mouth. He said, I would run Republican because I know I would win.
Mm-hmm.
And they are the dumbest people on the face of this earth.
Probably
They
so.
will follow anything that I say and do.
Oh, well,
These are
Oprah
words
Winfrey.
out of his mouth.
Yeah, he was
So
on Oprah.
you listen to what this man says. He belittles you. He puts you in a small corner by yourself, talks down to you, and you still want to represent him. I don't get that, brother. I don't get that. If you shove a pit bull in the corner with a nightstick or a brick or whatever, that dog is eventually gonna come out barking, and he's gonna bite you.
See, this is the problem this is why a lot of black folks is leaving the Democrat Party because y'all
Ain't got nothing to do with
prosecute
Democrats.
and you persecute.
He's doing the same thing. He's doing the same thing the slavers did. Go in history. He's doing the same thing the slavers did.
Come to my hood and put a Trump sign in your yard.
The slave
and
masters
you will
did
be
not
killed.
want the slaves to learn. They did not want them to read because they knew knowledge was education for them, and it made them understand. They made them fear them. When you're educated and you know what you're talking about and you know what that person is doing to you,
who you voting for?
You are a threat to them.
Who you voting for?
I'm voting for Kamala because I want her not only she's in the Divine Nine, that's something that might be way over your head, but people look at the Trump rallies versus the Harris rally. Have you seen anybody getting in fights in a Harris rally? Not only that, I need you to go to my Frat Brothers page and look at that video. Don't go by a picture. This is actual video footage of white tee folks that sat there and watched this black man. Doesn't matter he's a Trump supporter. Doesn't matter he was in Trump paraphernalia. He was a black man. And all those white tee folks that was riding for Trump sat there and watched that man get beat down. One black man attempted to stop it, and guess what? They pushed him to the side and continued to beat him. You know what happened? And that's not the only video.
Yeah, well,
that's not the only video. This is just recent. The last 2 weeks, it's been about 2 or 3 of those incidents. The same agenda, the same situation happened.
Well, evil
You
is
wonder
present
why?
in the world.
Yeah,
Evil
you can
is
go up there
present in
all
the
day
world.
long. Long as you quiet over there in the corner, Ninja.
Yeah,
You don't say a word. You can wear what we wear as long as you don't say a word. Soon as you open your mouth, guess what? That's what you gonna get.
So if I don't
don't care
for
how
Harris,
big
I
and
ain't
bad
black.
you think you are, you're not going to fight and win over 10 to 20 or more people beating you down.
Well,
I'm 6'11", 275 pounds, and I'm not even gonna put that on me. And I'm a blue belt in martial arts. If you got people coming from the left, right, front, back, on top of you, you're not going to win. I don't care how bad you are. You think you bad, it's always somebody bigger and badder than you.
I can ask you a question, sir.
And so, Will, we got to wrap this up because Zeus has other things to do this morning. This has been a great conversation, but go ahead, ask Q-Dog the question because...
No, I wanted to ask you, what are you telling the community about black on black crime? Like, how are we going to lower the rate of black on black crime, us killing each other? I'm just saying, are you telling brothers that, hey, look, we need to love each other instead of destroy each other? Look, Zeus, you can do that all
all day, but the problem is this, and we can't go and just indulge on this racist bull crap. That
Will,
makes
Will,
us
okay,
so
Will,
little,
Will.
no,
The
no,
reason
if you
I'm
really
doing
care
that,
about the black
I'm not gonna
community,
go too deep into
no,
it,
if
dude.
you really
But
care about the
I'm gonna
black
answer your
community,
question. I'm gonna answer your question with one question my big mama said. It starts from home. When you take control at home at a young age, you don't let it get out of hand. Now, some folks, they say, spankings, this, that, and the other could be, that's child abuse. No, it's a difference between discipline and abuse. Totally two different. Now, here's the thing that I'm going to say. I'd rather tap my child's behind for doing wrong than her getting caught by the police and getting beat down damn near to death.
Look, y'all have a good one. Hey, Zeus, you say you got stuff to do.
Well, I just want to make sure you understand a couple of things though before we wrap this up. One, I still do think it's pretty big for you to get up here and display what you don't know and what you do know. All right, especially when we're having this kind of a conversation. The other thing is, if you can, please pay attention to how Donald Trump's words empower folks that you claim to be against to go do harmful things to folks like you or folks in your family. I think that's the biggest thing I wanted you to take away, because if you understood the connection, I think you would also be a little bit more receptive to what Q Dog and I are both trying to get across to you with these words.
I'm saying that the white, don't let my advice to you both, don't let the white liberal fool you and neglect your community.
No, brother.
Because that's what you're doing. You going off.
That's not the reason why.
Sorry, you getting them elected. You getting them elected by going off of racism.
That's not. Listen to me.
Okay. Instead of saying, "Hey, look, we got a real problem in our community."
Why did that trigger you? Why did that trigger you that we're saying this?
I want to resolve the issue, man.
There's something deeper here. And my whole reason for getting on here on this panel, and like I said, I think we broke the internet today, Zeus. Because you ain't never been past 40 minutes past 12. But
I sure haven't.
This was definitely needed because it's getting closer and it's getting worse the closer the election comes. All I want you to do, brother, is educate yourself, because a lot of questions that I asked you today, you had no clue about.
Okay.
And I gave you the information. Like I say, don't take my word for it. Educate yourself, brother. You understand what I'm saying?
You got a call. He must have got a call.
I'm trying to respect your time. That's what
anything. I don't hold judgment. Listen to me, brother. I don't hold judgment against you whatsoever.
Man, you're a passionate person.
All I want you to do, listen, brother. All I want you to do is I want you to educate yourself. I want you to research the facts. Don't just go off Fox News and I'm not even TikTok and social media with that. I want you to go and look for the facts. See, that's a big thing when we tell people that want to become a member of our fraternity, seek knowledge. That's number one. When you seek the knowledge, you have gained above everybody else. So all I want you to do is gain knowledge and spread it to other people, man, especially your babies. Because the thing is, that's the thing that I say this, the devil's biggest trick to the world is to convince them that he did not exist.
You know about the First Step Act, right?
Last word, Will, then I gotta go. Seriously, go for it. And I know it ain't gonna be truthful, but go ahead, because I'm being respectful. But you know what?
No
and
problem.
then I gotta.
Let's just end it there, man. Hey, look, Zeus, thank you, man. I'm gonna troll you a little bit. I respect you. You're a very open person. Q-Dog, I have nothing against you. And look, y'all have a great day, and we'll do this again sometime, anytime. I'm up for it. But one day you'll give me the opportunity to really express the truth to you, the way it is, and not the way you perceive it to be.
Well, I want you when we come back on that day, if that day ever comes,
I'm going to.
I want you to educate any question I ever asked you, and it's okay not to know. It's okay to say, "Hey, I don't know," but I want you to educate yourself on the simple things that it's been going viral.
Hey, your people
and I don't want you to be isolated in a box. Because it sounds like you're isolated in a box and you don't know what's going around you in the real world.
A box of Cocoa Puffs.
Listen, I know that we killing each other for offing each other for no reason.
Listen, all right, thank you, Will. Thank you, Will. All right. We got to go.
That part. All right. Thank you, Zeus. See you.
All right, Q Dog. Thank you, brother. All right. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a good conversation. Woo! Any last words, Q Dog? Any last words?
All I can say is it's been longly needed. We have plenty of them on this show that think like him and even worse. And the whole simple fact is, you ask them a question about whatever it is that you want to answer to, they have zero response. It's crickets. So anybody in here that may think like Will, don't take my word for it. As I said it at the earlier point, because he missed the whole conversation while I was on here in the beginning.
Yeah.
Just pull up Lloyd's of London Insurance Company.
Thank you.
To start your research from the beginning, and to give you a little snippet, Lloyd's of London is an insurance company that was, and this information, I received this from my good friend T.I. I know you guys know who that rapper is.
I know who T.I. I know of him, I should say.
Yeah, that's a good friend of mine.
All right.
He expressed his information to me, and I went and researched it. This company insured the first slave ships to come over to the Americas. These slave ships was insured if any damage was done to them. If we, as people call cargo, were unalived, sick, or whatnot, they would insure them. That company's biggest backer still today, Fox News, 21st Century Fox, Trump's platform. It goes deeper than the well. And you got to do some digging deep to understand where we came from, our ancestors came from to this day. Because like I say, if you don't do the research, you might as well go ahead and fall for the banana in the tailpipe, because that's pretty much what you're doing to yourself and your future.
All right. Well, listen, brother.
I appreciate you, brother.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give Q Dog another round of applause. What an incredible show. I am well past. I am so sorry for keeping you all later than normal. I try to get in and out, but you know, sometimes you got to do what you got to do out here on these TikTok streets. All right. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, you all deserve a round of applause. Thank you, Q Dog. Thank you, Will, again. That's some business we had to handle. All right, Rick, thank you. I also want to give a special thank you to all of the subscribers and all of the gifters. All right, W Sue, W Rick in the chats, and everyone else. Seriously, I don't know why or how you do it, but you have always been amazing, as well as the panelists, the subscribers, and the moderators. All right, you've done an outstanding job helping to keep this show exciting, engaging, and entertaining. We also got to give one last round of, you guessed it, booze and shame. And you know who this goes out to? This goes out to all of the Zeus haters out there. And these are not just my haters. These are also your haters, right? They get on TikTok a day in and day out, and they promote misinformation and disinformation on behalf of Vladimir Putin and the Kremlin. They promote evil, misogyny, bigotry, xenophobia, all kinds of corruption and delusion now, because you just heard what we heard from Will. A lot of delusion on behalf of their orange cult leader, Donald J. Trump. Trust me when I tell you this, folks. These folks are the worst of the worst and the scum of the earth. Join me in giving them our final round of, you guessed it, booze and shame.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, take care and stay safe out there in those TikTok streets. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do. What a show. Thank you, Sue. W Sue in the chat. Let's go. What a show. Sorry I didn't get to everyone today. You know how it goes, right? Show business. Bounce! Let's go! Yay! Let's go! What an incredible show! Yeah! worship Donald Trump until the end of the earth. Wow. Hey. Woo. Let's go. Am I right, Reggie? My man, Reggie. Tara. Wow. Thank you. W Tara in the chat. Let's go. Zach Money, I see ya. What a great show. Sorry I kept you all late. Sorry. Seriously. Let's go. Alter Ego, that was dope. We will defeat Donald Trump at the ballot box. Make no mistake. And some folks, you gotta just drag them. Hey, let's go. Let's go, let's go. See, the fake media won't tell you this stuff over here. All right, we tell you it over here. Q-Dog, you the man. Should we connect the dots? I think we should connect the dots. All right. Hey. See, if you don't connect the dots, then you got a problem, right? Thank you, Sue. Wow. Yeah, you gotta connect those dots. See, sometimes we talk about a lot of things, and then at the end, it all comes together. All right, if it doesn't come together, we're gonna have a problem. Thank you, Sue. Seriously. Let's go. Don't the Democrats know how to party better? Don't we? We don't got all that nasty, hate-filled stuff. We don't got all that nasty, hate-filled stuff over here. We tell the truth, all right? Let's get on out of here.
You don't mind if I go off teleprompter for a second, do you?
All right, you don't mind? All right, all right.
She said, I don't think I've ever said this before. So we do these rallies, they're massive rallies. Everybody stays till the end, by the way. You know, when she said that, well, your rallies, people leave. Honestly, nobody does. And if I saw them leaving, I'd say, and ladies and gentlemen, make America great again and get the hell out, okay? Because I don't want people leaving. But I do have to say, so I give these long, sometimes very complex sentences and paragraphs, but they all come together. I do it a lot. I do it with Raising Cain, that story. I do it with the story on the catapults on the aircraft carriers. I do it with a lot of different stories. When I mention Dr. Hannibal Lecter, I'm using that as an example of people that are coming in from Silence of the Lambs. I use it, they say, it's terrible. So they say, so I'll give this long, complex area. For instance, that I talked about a lot of different territory. The bottom line is, I said, the most important thing. We're going to bring more plants into your state and this country to make automobiles. We're going to be bigger than before. But
there you go.
The fake news. There's a lot of them back there. You know, for a town hall, there's a lot of people. But the fake news likes to say, oh, he was rambling. No, that's not rambling. That's genius when you can connect the dots. You gotta now, Sarah. If you couldn't connect the dots, you got a problem. But every dot was connected, and many stories were told in that little paragraph.
All right, we got to give Kamala. We got to give Vice President Kamala Harris the last word. All right.
Anyone who has called for, I quote, termination of the Constitution of the United States, as Donald Trump has, must never again stand behind the seal of the President of the United States.
Thank you. Thank you.
Never again.
Thank you. You hear that?
Never again.
Never again. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We are out of here. Actually, one more. Never again.
Anyone who has called for
I forgot I had this.
termination of the Constitution of the United States must never again stand behind the seal of the President of the United States.
You hear that? That's a little for you little beady boppers out there. All right.
Anyone who has called for a termination of the Constitution of the United States must never again stand behind the seal of the President of the United States.
Thank you, Kamala. Thank you so much.